Facebook, YouTube, go live, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See if my delay's not
do a test like usual. Maybe open up the game. You say you want to do Fall Guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works.
Oh yeah, what are you thinking?
We could still play it.
Rice is not going to be able to hop on with us.
Yeah, that works for me.
I think. Start off with some Fall Guys. Boom. Streaming soon. Streaming soon. All right. Do a quick test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you got a little delay.
Jesus Christ, here we go.
Thank you for whoever just hopped in. Looks like we got 2 people.
Yo,
We are just getting the stream started today.
Gonna play a little Fall Guys here in a little bit. Let me get that going. Thanks for hopping on. Got a bit of stuff to talk about today. Got some problems with the Fed.
You want to do another test real quick?
Yeah, let's go Fall Guys here in a sec.
Doing some testing.
1, 2, 3,
real quick
1,
before we
2,
get
3.
started.
Yeah, just swapped over. Guys here in a sec. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just swapped over.
Oh yeah, it's on time. Or wait.
That was a little Fall Guys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Fall Guys. Fall Guys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Fall Guys. We good. We live. We good. We're okay, we live. Right? I think we're okay, right? Are we good or are we good? Are we good or are we good? We good, cuz?
Let me get the, yeah, I think we're good.
We good, cuz? Let's get this started. Gonna bring a new game to you guys tonight. Play a little Fall Guys, mix it up. Let's get this started. Thank y'all for hopping on. Gonna bring a new game to you guys tonight. Play a little Fall Guys, mix it up. We have to pay attention to the Doge. And we have to pay attention to the Doge. Hang on, let's go live. Yep, 35 it looks like. Where are we at? 35. Oh, any quick thoughts on that? Yep, Chill deal. 35 it looks like. Jeebus. Hold on to your Doge. Any quick thoughts on that? What's the dealio? Chill deal.
The dealio.
You holding on to your Doge? What's the dealio?
Sorry, that was funny. Go dill. The dealio is I would. I'm not holding Doge anymore personally. It might go up, it might not, but I think there's just better things to hold. So yeah, that's what I'm doing personally. Okay. See you. Yeah, Doge man, 35. Okay. See, it's at 35. Even though Elon just recently Doge man, 35. Tweet up. It's at 35. Even though Elon just recently. How much is the Doge or the doggy in the window? What do you say? Ha ha ha. That's kind of funny. How much is the Doge or the doggy in the window? Ha ha ha. That's kind of funny. That's cute. Yeah, you good. So, how much is the doggy in the? Noise.
So.
Welcome to the 3 people in the chat.
How much is the
if
doggy?
If you are here for the first time, welcome.
Window.
If you're
how
here,
much is the doggy?
You always tune in. We appreciate that even more. Indeed we do. Indeed we do. We're hoping to grow the stream. Yeah. Please let your family, friends know. Indeed we do. Friday. Indeed we do. Probably going to be grow the stream that up. Please let your family, friends know. We will keep you posted. We're here every Friday. And just a reminder. Probably going to be switching that up. We're not institutional investors, nor financial advisors on that. And just a reminder for we're not institutional investors. However, we are due casual retail investors. Shall not be liable for your investing in focus. However, we are due casual retail while playing entertaining games. Talk the latest for you all. We have focus on value and growth. Don't know what else we're going to play tonight, but we will see how this goes. We have Fall Guys.
don't know what else we're going to play tonight, but we will see how this goes. It's like a 10-year-old game, right? Like for 10-year-olds, and here we are. Pretty good at this game. Whomping, dominating. I think it's like a 10-year-old game, right? Like for 10-year-olds, and here we are. As far as I'm whomping, dominating these little kiddos, man. But you know what?
I mean, we used to be good. I don't know if we're still good. I haven't played this game in a long time.
We will find out. We will find out.
But we'll definitely find out pretty quickly.
Let's see. We will find out. We will find out. There's a couple different game modes that they have. They just updated this. So there's a squad mode where I guess it's a point-based. A couple different game modes that they have. They just updated this. So there's a squad. You advance, otherwise you get booted out. Which is kind of convenient. So you don't have to wait on your friends who suck. You advance, otherwise you get booted out, which is kind of convenient. So you don't have to wait on your friends who suck or are better than you. And then they have some other game mode on there that y'all saw as I was clicking through. That'd be pretty cool. And then they have some other game mode. So yeah, if you're wondering, it was vodka club soda with a lime tonight. So it's our beverage of choice. Vodka club soda with a lime. A little head start, but I'm okay. It's our beverage of choice. What are you chomping on? I got a little head start, but I'm okay.
Can you imagine I was eating something during the show?
What are you chomping on or sipping over there?
Hilarious. I have my usual, which is sake. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's my typical choice. You know, some nigiri sake. If anyone's ever had it, it's the best in my opinion. It's like a creamy sake, but that's always my go-to.
Beautiful.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers. Cheers. Wait, you're on this side of me. Beautiful. There you go. Cheers.
Wait, yeah. Well,
cheers.
Ready? Wait,
you're on this side of me.
Oh, no, wait, that's the wrong way.
3. Ready? 3.
What? Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Welcome,
I'm already behind.
People.
Jeez.
Welcome to
Cheers, guys.
Welcome to the stream. We are gonna We're covering a lot of fun topics tonight, everybody.
I'm already getting knocked off. Where are you at? You're the arrow.
But if you're here for the first time or you're back, we appreciate it.
You're the arrow.
We give our market commentary and opinions on everything going on in the world. It could be the economy, it could be the stock market, it could be the crypto.
Or whatever you want at the time. I mean,
or ask us questions. We love.
Or whenever you want at the time.
Answering all the questions. I think that's what we probably enjoy the most.
Yeah.
And so, yes, whenever we're talking about stuff, or if you have random topics that you have questions on, please. Oh, I just got blasted.
Please let us know.
Write your questions in the chat. Yes.
And by the way, this game mode is
elimination.
So I died. I didn't know that I didn't restart. By the way, this game mode is an elimination. So I died. I didn't know that I didn't restart. You're going to carry us to the promised land tonight. So it's all you. This one. It's all you, man. It's all you. You're going to carry us to the promised land. It's fine, though. It's all Ruby. On this one, I'm going to bring my
Whoever's in the chat, please say hello. I want to see who's in the chat.
I'm going to bring my graphics down. Yeah. Friday night.
In the chat. Say hello.
Friday night. Yeah.
Hope you're having a good Friday night.
How are you doing, Jake? I see you. Grab
a snack. Or
you missed us for a couple weeks, buddy. Missed you, Jake. I see you.
I see you. For the next couple hours.
You missed us for a couple weeks, buddy. Missed you. Well, we'll talk some EV because I know we were talking NIO for a minute. NIO. Well, we'll talk some EV because I know we were talking NIO. That we can talk about here in a little bit. Chinese Ford, we'll get into that. There's some releasing new EV vehicle, 40 grand. We can talk about here in a little bit. Ford, we'll get into that. Release a new EV vehicle, 40 grand. That'd be pretty enticing. They're going for some rate for their electric truck. So please let us know what's on your mind. How's everybody's week going? It's Friday. Please let us know what's on your mind. Friday, man. How's everybody's week going? Up with the Feds. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Friday, it's going to be very, very important. And I'm specific fed up with the Fed trading crypto. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So it's going to be very, very important. Feds decided to drop a little bombshell on crypto. So Feds decided to drop a little bombshell on us. Is it their first time playing? Only 15 out of 24 qualified?
I don't know what's going on.
Man, sorry, I dropped out. Playing only 15 out of 24
Nate,
qualified.
Your audio is
Sorry, I dropped out. Delayed.
Is like double. I don't know if it's like 2 audio sources or something. Delayed. Just a heads up real quick.
Yep. Let me knock one off. Yep. Let me knock one off. See if that helps.
That's fine. There's like 6 people
Sorry,
left.
I
I'll just
accidentally exited out of that game. Okay.
Let me see. I got my sidekick in the next room giving me the updates. Yes, if you're in the chat and you hear some weird audio or anything, please put a message in the chat. That's gonna be helpful for us. So, oh, you can't even commentate. You can't even watch me play, huh? I didn't even think of it that way. Let me.
That's what I'm saying. Accidentally dipped out.
Sure, you just didn't want me to win.
Because I accidentally hit the
See what's going on
button.
Here.
I'll leave. I didn't want people to witness your glory.
Yeah, I'm back here.
Apparently.
Actually, I'm gonna turn my audio down a little bit too.
And knock down some of my stats.
But yeah, this week a couple of the main topics we have is kind of like Nate just mentioned. We're gonna be talking about the Fed. They've said a lot of things the last week, really the last month, but especially this last week.
Like in yesterday, man. We'll get into that because I am.
Yeah, we thought of that one before the stream. We feel pretty proud of it too.
But anyway. Oh, and I'm yelling, Janet yelling right now. Don't get me started.
We're gonna need a bleep key.
Anyway,
keep it PG-13 out here.
Key. We're gonna need one soon.
But yeah, we're talking about kind of all the Fed update and kind of what that means for the markets, as well as we're continuing to talk about how that's impacting our kind of trading strategy. Obviously, the biggest thing probably this week is just crypto falling down pretty significantly, which probably scared a lot of people. Yeah, pretty nasty move.
Pretty hard. I mean, even Bitcoin, right? I think it dropped to 30. We'll talk about this later, but briefly, it dropped to 35.
Yeah, I think it's just below 40
went back
again,
up to
I believe.
40 and then dropped again today,
37
right?
or something.
If I'm not mistaken.
Now. Really all crypto, but obviously Bitcoin kind of led that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I just care about Doge
yeah,
Coin
we're just going to give an update on some of the stocks we've talked about recently, as well as, if we have enough time, well, we'll always get to charting like I do, just to keep you guys updated on how the stock market is looking holistically, how healthy or unhealthy it looks. And then if we have time, we'll talk about inflation or deflation, and kind of like what those two things are and what we potentially see happening in the markets, and how that might impact stocks or maybe influence what you decide to purchase. Ah, shit. Oh, made it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is squad mode, by the way, so we get points by virtue of how quick people finish the round. So if you guys are tuning in, you have no idea what the hell this game is. It's called Fall Guys.
That's how we play it, right?
It's made for 10-year-olds, and we are kicking ass.
That's how we play it.
So that's all that matters. Feels good to win. Yeah. Jokes aside.
Yeah. These 10-year-olds.
We can start hopping into some stuff while we're waiting for these folks to finish up.
It's nice to get a dub. But who's not getting the dub? You like that transition? Who's not getting the dub is the Fed, because
that's beautiful.
Sorry, I'm like, who's not getting the dub is the Fed, because they're out here scaring people, and they're saying all these taxes are going to be coming for corporations, and trying people bring, there's just so much going on. Crypto taxes, crypto regulation, all kinds of stuff going on. So I'll let you. Yeah.
I'll pull that up right now. I mean, it's very, 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 very important for folks to pay attention to this. We posted about it on our social media yesterday, because people need to know about this. So, Treasury Department announcing requires anybody who's making a transfer worth 10 grand or more to report it. So we've been talking about this, I think, for at least the last couple weeks. What's the Fed going to do with crypto? It's becoming ever more abundant and ubiquitous in terms of trading, but also currency. I'm going to be honest here. I was thinking about this morning.
You saw your crypto prices going down, and you're like,
I couldn't sleep.
What am I
trying
doing?
to figure out, bro, what, and then I'm going to have to pay taxes on that potentially? Like, you think that's a long play here? Because, I mean, what are you thinking? What's the play here, man?
I think
like Biden's got all these ambitious goals. Bless his heart. I'm not knocking on Democrats or Republicans here. It's specifically. Oh my! I just fell.
My main thing was, do you know if were they already before they weren't taking any taxes on crypto at all? Do you know? So I mean, like.
They were talking about it for a minute. I mean, can you do me a favor and share your screen really quick? Your camera went off. There's been talk about it, right? Like regulation, who's gonna ultimately centralize the decentralized currency, right? I don't know if there was a consensus on how they were going to move forward with that, but can you share your screen really quick? I'm missing your camera.
I think it's because I probably closed a window like I told myself continuously not to do, but I probably did it. Oh yeah, my thing reset. That's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me do that real quick.
That's a bummer. No cam, Dill. Thanks, Stan, man.
He's a man. Tanner.
Be on it, brother.
Our try and true follower.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Always saying something in the chat. Looking out. Oh, what the heck is this level?
Oh, this is an interesting one right here. Ooh, new map. New map. Let's go. So you got to dodge the these big cannons.
Oh, am I out?
Here. You got to dodge the fruit while balancing on this beam. Oh, I'm out too. Oh, we died. Gotcha. Our squad didn't make it. That's what it is. All right, let's back out of that. Shh. 10 man, you want to hop in?
Jake.
Got room for
what
two.
Up, Jake?
Do some Fall Guys,
brother. In the chat. We got 6 people in here.
Yeah, let's go, Jake. Nobody's vacuuming, I hope, in the background today. Make sure everybody's with us. So, yeah, we were just talking about... I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm fed up with the feds. So, crypto came out yesterday. The Biden administration and the Treasury Department decided that they're going to start looking at folks who are transferring. This is the beginning of the beginning, right? Transferring 10,000 or more needs to get reported to the IRS. So I don't know who has 10 grand in this. I think they should add another 0 here, to be honest. I was talking with a couple people today. 10,000 is way too low. That benchmark needs to be raised by another 0. 100 grand, right? Or something to that degree. This is something that, they're looking for illegal activity. However, Biden has a lot of ambition and drive to start overhauling and looking at spending some federal money. He needs help, right, from a fiscal standpoint. So my skepticism, I'd say prudent optimism, if you will, is Biden's looking for a way to bolster his purse as he's moving forward. So as you're looking at this, feel free to it's on CNBC. You can take a look, a gander, if you will. I'm a little worried about this. This is really the beginning of the beginning, 10 grand or more. Hopefully they revise that a little bit. But that's also on top of China, right? They're banning some of this currency.
Yeah, I mean, there were so many things that came out this week from the Fed about crypto, like both, domestically, but also internationally. So, I mean, China came out, well, they've already said this a while ago, but I guess they re-emphasized that financial institutions and banks basically can't participate in the crypto space, which is something that's already been happening to my understanding. But then even today they talked about that they're cracking down on mining. So yeah.
Ooh, that's going to be crazy. So, like, if you have a server or a computer using an IP address in wherever, China, Beijing, whatever, they're going to be able to say, based on this location, you can't do that? How are they going to enforce that? I mean, is SWAT going to come knocking on the Chinese SWAT?
I definitely don't know all the ins and outs of how they do it. I know
fucking
China itself has a little bit, they...
That's crazy.
They're secure, or how they kind of track people is much different in the US, so I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but they obviously have a way that they can track things. My mining, please, lol. Oh, more on mining. Yeah, so with crypto, depending on the type of crypto, you can actually mine it with basically on your computer and so that's like what I guess initially was kind of a lot of the early popularity for people kind of in this space is they can actually go on and earn crypto through mining technically. And so that's kind of what we mean by mining. But even Elon Musk said it last week is, it takes a lot of computing power to mine. And so, there's only, I think it's like 21 billion or 21 million, I can't remember, Bitcoin out there. And so those have to be mined. And so you use basically like a supercomputer or a number of computers to basically mine those cryptocurrencies. And so, yeah.
Right. We talked about it quite a bit last week, the ecology, if you will, of mining cryptocurrency. And so there's a bunch of green coins, so to speak, that are going to be they're hitting the market. It might be a hot topic. It might be kind of a fad, if you will. But I think there's a speculative market on that. And I just pulled up the Chinese ban as Bitcoin hit the 3-month low.
Yeah, I'm still in.
So pull that up if folks want to go
through. Oh, we're not on the team one this time?
I died. Are you in?
Yeah, I'm the rat face with the crown.
Cool.
I don't even know where I got
this
rat face? Skin from because I haven't played this game in forever.
Let's go, cuz.
I guess, yeah. Spend all my crypto earnings on skins.
Just
all my altcoin winning, yeah. All my
all your altcoins. We got exactly. Yeah. So Tesla has diamond hands apparently, says Elon Musk. Do you agree? You agree on that? May 19th, 2 days ago, he claims.
I guess so. I mean,
they have diamond hands. They're not letting go.
Kind of going back to what we were talking about. I mean, why it's interesting is because China's releasing their own crypto, their own digital currency, which is basically a crypto, and so those two things are tied together. So China's creating their own digital currency, and they're also making regulations on cryptocurrency because they know that it's going to compete with one another. And so, China being the first, to do this in a big government sense is you might potentially see adoption in other countries. And so they're kind of the first mover. And so I personally think, speculation, but I personally think that's why all of these things have been coming out in the US about like more or regulating or keeping regulation a little bit more aggressive on crypto is because I think the US is going to eventually do something similar. They came out this week that the Fed coin essentially. And so this summer, the Fed said they're going to come out with basically a paper talking about what they think they might do in terms of creating their own, cryptocurrency, the pros and cons. Oh my gosh, I almost got mollywopped.
So on shacknews.com, I just pulled up what you're referring to. I'll play a clip really quick.
I don't even know what the hell's going on right now, bro.
It's okay, 18 plus year old channel right here. People have to accept the fact that there's mature audio.
Sorry, I'm like concentrating right now. Bruh, I don't even know what's going on.
This one's a new one. This is kind of cool. No,
but
it's good.
The Fed came out and said that they're
you just died, huh? Bummer.
Thinking about releasing their own cryptocurrency, or the Fed coin, or the USD coin, whatever you want to call it. And so I think that's, I think they're getting pressure from China because they need to compete with China in the global market. And so that's where these more stringent regulations are starting to take place. And I think there's going to be more to come, personally. I don't know if it's going to be quite as severe as China, and I think China's going to come out with more regulation as well. And so I think in the short and intermediate term, I think it's something to be aware of if you're holding crypto or if you're wanting to continue to pile on in your portfolio and grow how much crypto you own. So these are things just to keep an eye on as we see more regulation take hold internationally. I think Turkey a while ago, they banned crypto in their country. I think it was Believe. And so I believe you're gonna continue to see more and more regulation, which is gonna have an impact on those prices, on crypto prices. I think it's fallen quite a bit here, and so if you want to, start buying in a little bit, we say it every week, but you can never catch the bottom. That's just impossible to catch the bottom of something. So you can try your hardest, but you're never going to find that bottom price on crypto. And so maybe like I've probably made thousands of trades and maybe like 2 or 3. Like my ratio is probably like 0.01% of my trades were pretty well timed. Yeah.
Is that the average? I think we were talking about that, and you're like, it's 0.01,
so that's just something to keep an eye on. Is like, okay, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
If you like Bitcoin, you have conviction about it, and it's fallen 50% in a week.
Yeah.
Like buying $100 worth or something, that make sense. Or if you like Cardano, something. Yeah. About what?
So you want to talk about that really quick? That's a good point. About the split shares you can purchase or split, on like Robinhood where folks are.
Oh wait, you don't die. Oh, thank the Lord.
This is fucking crazy. Let's go, new maps. People.
I'm getting doo-dooed on right now by this map.
Maps. Yeah, we're in squad mode. So, oh God.
Okay, here we go.
So you see the little smiley faces on some of our people's faces or heads.
Wait. Oh, I'm freaking running backwards,
I believe
bro.
I can fly and die.
What the hell? Just...
Wait, are you drink? How much sake have you had?
I literally was running the wrong way on the map. Nah, dude, this is my...
I keep dying
out. This is my third freaking sip.
You're still gonna win. What's that gap? That gap is bigger than Michael Strahan's teeth.
Bro, this is a good game to play while we stream.
Jesus. What is going? No. If anybody has this game, let us know. More than happy to play with you. Team up a little bit here.
Oh man, Jesus.
A squad of 4. We have 2 right now. Jeebus. Sorry.
How the heck? I'm so confused.
Oh gosh. All right.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh,
nobody from our squad has won yet.
Let's not run backwards this time.
Give it to me.
Why does it keep putting me backwards, bro?
Come on, cuz. Does crypto ever split?
No.
That's a very good question. As of right now, I have never seen it split crypto. And I don't.
Thank the Lord.
Here's my.
Oh, that was stressful.
Here's my issue with trying to. They're not taxing crypto yet, right? They only said you have to claim it.
What do you mean? You have to pay taxes on your gains? What do you mean?
The minute they start taxing it, it's more of a stock. Yeah, it's been talked about. I since it's so new, I haven't had to claim it yet. But it's been discussed that you have to pay on your capital gains tax on crypto gains. But now that you have to report it, $10,000 or more, right on a transfer, because of that, you're going to start reporting it, meaning they're going to try to tax it. They want to keep track of what people are trading. But now it's being traded as a commodity, not a currency, right? So the difference between a stock and crypto is crypto you can buy, you can exchange, you purchase with it. Let me put it that way, right? You could buy gas with it. You could buy merchandise with it. But it's been used as a stock, if you will.
No, there's
people I've been hitting lately.
So basically, there's 2. I was reading about this today to like understand more of the technical side of things. And I'm cursing a lot tonight. What's going on? There's basically like a couple different ways that cryptos function. There's either a finite or there's a finite amount of coins. So this is like Cardano that we always talk about. Yep. So Cardano.
Correct.
They have a finite amount of coins, and that's never changing.
Cardano is a great example.
And how that is different than, say, Ethereum as it functions today, is Ethereum is as adoption grows, more. That's an easy way to say. As adoption grows, technically, more coins are technically produced. I think is a way to think about it. And so those are like the two camps in terms of how coins function. It's typically one or the other. But no, they don't split. There's this thing that called halving that happens every like 4 years, but that's not having to do with there becoming more coins. Yeah. Yeah.
That's part of the algorithm, right? I mean, it's built in. It's not a deliberate action of them saying we're gonna split
so
this.
That's like the whole thing is why crypto got so popular in the first place. You know, Bitcoin specifically is, you know, people are like the government just spent. You know, they keep just making more and more money. Like I want to put my money in something that is not going to lose value over time, even though, you know, crypto is quite volatile, but that was the thinking behind it. It's not inflationary because it doesn't change, you know, the overall amount of them doesn't grow. So that was the theory behind it. But as Nate meant, we were talking before, I got so distracted by the game. So yeah, so like on Coinbase, you can buy $100 of Bitcoin, you know? So one Bitcoin is like what right now, 40 something or 30 something thousand. So you can buy $100 worth of that token. So it'll be like 0.0001 tokens worth.
What is it at right now? Let's see. 37. 38, almost 38. Yeah.
This camera. But yeah, so like as I was saying before, is like if you don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere, it's dropped 50% basically in the last few weeks. Why not buy a little bit right now? You know, that's kind of like you're never going to catch the bottom perfectly. And if you believe in something and can have long-term conviction on it, then you just want to keep growing how much you own of it over time. You know, and if it keeps going down, and in the long term you think it's going to go up eventually, then you want to buy those big dips. You know, and so.
Yeah, there was a big.
Yeah.
I'll cuss. There were some big ass dips this week, right?
Yeah.
Like you missed. We were texting early morning one day.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it happened like at what?
Time.
6 a.m. Like 3 a.m. Like yeah. Like.
Yep.
And the problem with crypto is it's trading 24/7, right? So it's not like the market opens and there's an open.
You get flinged off.
And close. No. Oh gosh.
No.
Okay. Open and close period. I'm getting whacked. No. You just got whacked off.
I forgot how annoying this game is, bro.
Let's go. Let's do this for Sparta.
It drives me crazy. So are we done now, or do we keep
this
playing?
Map
I'm
in
confused.
Particular. Let's go. Let's go.
You're in there. Okay, cool.
I'm still playing right now because I'm the last guy in the squad, but I have no idea how this works. So bear with me. If anybody's a Fall Guys expert, let me know. Oh my gosh. Look at me go. Let's go. Can you tell I jump rope double Dutch back in the day? Let's go. Oh, get up. No.
Oh, we qualified, bro. Let's go. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, we qualified. Let's go. Let's go.
I think this is correct.
Cheers to that.
Oh, wait, I'm not even
you're on my right.
Cheers. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Hang on. Let's get the cup. There we go.
Ethereum interests me. Only have a small amount and info on it. Yeah. So I keep kind of mentioning every week, but last week we kind of broke up kind of like crypto, the different kind of categories. So Bitcoin is what people kind of consider maybe like a store of value, or sorry, my camera just went blurry. But yeah, so some people like to consider it like a store of value. I think it's similar to like Litecoin, I think is similar, or Dogecoin. Like these are things that people believe might be a form of purchasing in the future, you know? Or that, yeah.
Yeah, especially when 2.0 hits. You know, I got Ethereum Classic. I've held on to that for a little bit now. It's spiked.
Okay, they made these. They made the levels better since last time we played. These are definitely more fun now. But Bitcoin and things like that are like people consider them store values, or potentially like be able to make purchases with them. Where things like Ethereum, Cardano, so these are DeFi, which is decentralized finance. So these are typically coins that you use to make transactions. So you either make transactions on their network by using Ethereum. So say you and some other person want to have like a business deal or something. or you want to, that's technically how you would use Ethereum. That's a very terrible example, but that's a very simplified version of it. And then you have things like, damn, what's an example? So like NFT market. So one of the NFT I've talked about in the past is VV. So NFTs are basically like digital art pieces is the simplest way to explain it. And so people create coins based on that. Like there's video games that have coins attached to them, and you can mine their coins in the video game, and then you buy, you know, these digital art pieces with the coins you mine. So that's like a simple way to differentiate like the 3 tiers of cryptocurrency. You know, all I gotta say, who can you say is out here talking about the depths
100%.
of cryptocurrency and still moving on to the next round? Come on, bruh. I gotta try to get this camera focused.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Ethereum's interesting, and we talked a little bit about that last week. Coinbase Pro. Maybe do a quick revamp on that one.
Coinbase,
as we've been trading
and
on it.
Coinbase Pro are the same platform. But for Coinbase, you're buying coins from Coinbase. They're acting as the middleman transaction, or the middleman between the transaction. Where if you buy on, dude, I have no freaking idea what's happening.
What is this?
Bruh, I'm lost sauce.
What do we do? What?
Grab
you gotta grab the thing and then get the blocks. Wait, how do I grab the fucking thing? You gotta. Oh my lords! You gotta grab the little piece
and then how do you?
Then walk the blocks. Wait, how did I not grab that guy? You gotta grab with the grab button. Grab it. I'm gonna block. Go.
But then if you buy on Coinbase Pro, essentially you're buying from other people buying crypto in the market.
How's he looking up that high?
So one thing that I recently learned, oh my gosh, this guy's freaking annoying. We've also never played this
murdering
before,
us.
so
how am I not getting anything?
Don't get how he's faster than me. Like, where'd you get these speed boots from, bro?
Wait, what? How did he get up there? Oh man, these 10-year-olds are murdering us. Tanner, I don't appreciate that sarcastic comment. Killing it.
But yeah,
we have an
Coinbase
AFK.
Pro,
We have a guy that's just standing there.
It's the same login and everything. You can actually download a separate app for it. And Coinbase, on Coinbase Pro, you're actually purchasing from other people buying and selling.
Dude, like,
and so
you know
on Coinbase Pro, the fees are actually a little bit cheaper. So that's just a little tip for everybody to know, because it can get expensive buying crypto if you're purchasing a lot.
It's my competitive side. Sorry, guys.
I'm pissed. You know, download the Coinbase Pro app and purchase from other people on the network instead of buying for a higher fee from Coinbase, the company. But yeah, Ethereum, to get back to your question, I think, in my opinion, DeFi, which is what Ethereum is the future of cryptocurrency, personally. And so I think, you know, in a few years or something, that the DeFi networks, you know, Cardano, Ethereum things, like those are going to be way bigger than Bitcoin together, because you're basically building like a new internet is maybe a way to think about it, or you're building a new way to make transactions outside of banks or outside of traditional institutions. And so I think that's why people like it so much is, you know, exactly what it means is decentralizing finance. And so, yeah, I love Ethereum. I definitely think it's a long-term winner. I would say I like Cardano. We mention it every week, but I like Cardano just as much. The emoji. What's different?
You're welcome.
What's different about?
We got beat by a bunch of 10-year-olds. How's our self-esteem not dropped 10 points or more than Bitcoin? Like, my self-esteem just dropped Bitcoin status.
My ego dropped from 60K to 30K.
What do we do, guys? What do we do?
Oh, shoot,
I'm looking.
funny.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you right now on the stream.
It's a fun stream so far. I love this game is perfect for streaming. It's so chaotic.
Oh man.
We don't know what's going on, bro.
Dude, these are new maps. This isn't even fair. We don't know this. Like.
But
man, I'm better off giving the controller to my kid, man.
So yeah, Cardona's built more for scale, and they have a finite amount of coins. So they have like billions of coins on the market. What the heck is going? Bruh, like I feel like I'm on drugs playing this game.
Tell me what? I'm on that ecstasy ETC. You know what I mean? Let's go. So okay, wait.
Yeah. But why does it keep throwing my screen
it's
backwards?
anti-gravity. These little stupid
that crap
platforms.
Is annoying, bro. Ooh,
sounds like a personal problem at this point.
Yomp.
Oh, that thing's.
What do these do?
Okay.
Oh, you get to shoot people across the way. That's fun.
Oh man, where are you at? I'm trying to find you. Okay. I'm trying to find. I don't know what's happening.
How the heck does this work?
Okay. Oh, you got to jump. Oh. Oh, okay.
Sorry if I just blew up people's eardrums.
Random door opens up every time you step on this. Is that nice? Let's go.
There's a timing to this. I'm starting to realize.
Wait. That's a dead end.
But yeah. So
we're gonna win.
Cardona's more built for scale. So because they have a really large amount of coins, basically it's cheaper to make transactions on the network right now. And so, where am I supposed to go from here? What? Oh, okay.
I have no idea, dude.
There's a little middle circle moving around, and you have to get to the middle ring. Oh wait. Wait, I thought I knew what was going on. Oh, there we go.
That's interesting.
And so they're more built for scale, and they're going after, I would say, a different market than Ethereum is. You know, Ethereum's like somewhere they're like, oh, we might build, apps on the network and things like that. Where Cardano, they're going after the developing countries. So, I mentioned a couple streams ago. That's why you need to listen every week, everybody. Yeah, we called it out at $1.20, just a heads up, and they went.
And Cardano is legit. They got some big investments going on.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you called that out.
But yeah, so they're more built for scale, and they're going after more developing and international countries, and they're getting like governments, education, institutions. They're trying to get those kind of people to adopt. So it's definitely a way different market, which is why I like the differentiation. Like I think owning Ethereum and Cardano is a great strategy for your account overall, even though they're technically both. Yeah, even though they're technically both in the DeFi sector.
Yeah, diversify.
They're kind of going after different markets in that space. So I like both of them.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty safe bet.
I go like $1.50
one of those, if not both of them. And what's Cardano at right now? I'll have to look it up really quick.
Yeah. 9 people in the chat. Let's go. New record, everybody.
Let's see. Cardano.
9 people in the chat is a new record.
Cardano.
Let's get W's in the chat, everybody. That sounds about right.
Cardano, $1.55. They went down 13% in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
So they had a spike. They went down to about $1, right?
It's funny because thank you, Tanner. You know what? Someone's listening to me in the chat, and that makes that makes my heart feel really warm. That's currently full of sake.
Oh, let's go. Can I get number 1? Let's go. Oh, let's go. Well, this fucking Jester's gonna beat me.
Ooh, second place overall. Nope. 3rd place. Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Get some points.
Yeah, we missed a dip. It was funny because
2nd place.
When they started selling off, I was messaging Nate, and I was like, also, heads up, everybody. We have a Discord coming soon where we get to talk about all the chat things, but we got to hit some thresholds first. We got to get, that 100 followers that we've been looking for. We need some more Insties followers and some more YouTube subscribers. So please go subscribe to all our channels. So eventually we'll have a Discord up and going. But
We'll throw some Pokemon up in this bitch. We got Pikachu saying, what?
But no,
you got some
good.
emojis coming soon.
But yeah,
too.
we were chatting about.
Sorry, guys.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna, if Bitcoin dips to 30K, I'll buy some. And then, oh, that was a good one over your face. That was dope. How the heck does this work? Oh, they break. But I was like,
no
yeah,
idea.
if crypto, if it breaks, if it goes to 30, I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin, and if Cardano goes to $1, I'm gonna buy some. But I don't wake up. I don't wake up that early in the morning. I wake up 3 minutes before I have to get to work on my laptop, so I wasn't able to catch the dip in the morning, unfortunately. Yep. I was like, it dipped.
I think you texted me like an hour after, and you're like, shit, I missed it.
Jake, I like it. Thanks for putting that in the chat. That's hilarious.
You and me both.
So I'm guessing if the blue ones break, is that what I'm?
Oh, God.
What I'm seeing here.
Yeah, and then you get whacked. Yeah, I had a good buddy.
Is that Stellar or something?
XLM. Is that the? Yeah, I think it's Stellar.
I remember what they do.
I'll have to go back.
Do you remember?
Because that one dipped pretty nice. Yeah, I know he bought some of them.
Eliminated.
Did we win? I think we won, right? Yeah, I'll check it out right now.
Rigged.
Wait, we got.
Let me look it up real quick.
How did we get eliminated? I got you. Yeah, it's Stellar. And I think we were talking about this last week as well. Rice Boy, I think, brought it up. But
which one are you talking about? I do like Stellar, though. Stellar's another one to keep an eye on. I would say this is something, definitely a long-term hold again. So what Stellar's basically doing is they want to be the intermediary between transactions in terms of currency, like from one currency to another. Or say I have like family living in like for an example, my wife has like family living in the Philippines. A lot of people, what's it called? Ah, shoot. Remission, no. Dude, what's that freaking word, Nate? Do you know it? Remission, yeah. So like they want to kind of go after that marketplace.
Yeah, remission, where you send money back.
Sending, basically like I want to send like my US dollars, I put it through Stellar, and they convert that to whatever currencies in that country. And so whatever.
I'm sorry, it's not even remission.
I think
the wrong word.
Yeah.
I was thinking about something else.
Yeah. But
I know what you're saying, where you send money back to the country, and for whatever reason I can't think of it.
That's why it's a late night, Friday night streams with the drink, so we can be a little ignorant. But yeah, so they want to be kind of like the hell out of me. There we go. But they want to be the middleman between those transactions.
That's what it is.
So I think they'll even be the middleman between like crypto transactions than you all eventually.
Think. Sometimes.
So like someone who wants to, I have this. Bitcoin for somebody else. Did my thing go away again? Let's keep.
Yeah, it kind of went. Ooh, what's this tech armor? Yeah, something happened. Really? Your audio went out for a quick second too. We got technical difficulties. Tell me why the goose from behind looks like a giant. Oh, Bryce, come on, man.
PG-13, bro.
Wait till after hours for those
PG-13 right now.
But I agree.
But my screen's off, but I fixed it, Nate. But yeah, so Stellar's an interesting one that I think. I don't think currencies are going anywhere. And even if things eventually go to more of a digital currency for countries, Stellar can still be that intermediary. Is that the right word? The middleman between those turning one currency into another.
Yeah, intermediate.
So I think it's a really cool concept.
Right. We have the central bank digital currencies. I was going to bring this up. The CBDC, right? Be a pretty interesting format for the Feds to start thinking about. So we were talking about China a little bit, not to go too far back, but China banning currency, maybe making their own.
The Fed came out.
US is gonna?
The Fed came out this week. If everybody wasn't here, we talked about it earlier. Fed came out and said they're releasing a paper this summer, talking about if they're going to create a Fed coin, basically, so something based on the US dollar.
Would you buy that? Would anybody buy that?
Yeah.
Jake, would you buy that? Tan Man? What, do you trust government regulated money as a fiat? Kind of like the dollar or the bullion, the gold
I remember this level.
nugget?
Do you have to worry about inflation?
Oh my.
Okay. That's a great question. So technically, because it's not like a US dollar that is basically losing value over time, even though, you know, it might go down 30% like it did this week. But technically, you know, the supply of something isn't growing, so it's not an inflationary currency. And so that's why a lot of people like crypto, is for that reason. And that's kind of, I think, why some of the adoption moved to it so significantly over the last year, is for that reason. So technically no, but I think what people got to realize, oh my gosh, they added a little jet on the ground.
Yeah, they had.
Bruh,
wait, my guy
if you're gonna put a thing, at least let me
my dude
fly
glitch,
like
he didn't
an
even
eagle.
fly.
What the heck, bro?
Fly for real. Like that's eagle. What it like screwed me over on there. Like that. Song? Come on.
Yo, no!
Man, I think. Yeah, I do. But forget that song. Let's get Baby Shark going. Baby Shark.
Oh gosh, I was like, that's so random.
My character's a shark.
Dude, I'm struggling right now.
It is till it isn't.
But so crypto hasn't been around that long. It's never been in. It's never been around in a place
let us know.
Where inflationary macro pressures are technically taking hold. So we'll see what happens. You know.
What? This
yeah,
game
they
should not
definitely made
be
these
that
levels
hard.
harder.
Like, why is this game all of a sudden hard?
Quitting, bro. F the police. I'm out of here.
I'm not making it. Wait, who you, NWA? What is going on?
I've been meaning to post the stream for a while.
Oh, man.
You take a second.
Jeebus. All right, get some background music going, by the way. All right. Switching topics, switching gears here. Let's, what else we got going on besides F the police, or F the feds for that matter? That's where we're going tonight. Sorry, folks. Crypto, talking a little bit about that.
Yeah, we could talk about it. That's really deep. Let's take a break from all this deep conversation. Let's jump to something a little more, less intense. Let's talk about Ford. Oh yeah, we can talk about. Let's talk about Robinhood.
Well, let's go Robinhood. Ford. Yeah, I'll pull that bad boy up here. So, Robinhood. Everybody knows Robinhood. I'm not talking about the savior with the arrows. I'm talking about Robinhood that revolutionized trading forever for us retail traders. So very interesting news came out. I won't steal your thunder on this one, but retail investors, quote unquote us, are going to be able to access IPO shares, IPO's initial public offerings. What are your thoughts on those? Thanks, Alex, for the like. Appreciate that on Facebook. But IPOs, initial public offerings, typically us plebeians, us folks who don't have the monies that the banks carry and the hedge funders have, typically don't have access to these funds, initial public offerings. So essentially when somebody hits the market like a Roblox, we'll talk about that in a little bit, or anybody else coming out like Oatly, just came public this week, we'll talk about that in a little bit. The people who sell the oat milk, okay. So IPOs, specifically Robinhood, is going to allow access for us retail traders to gain some insight into this world. And so I don't know why I went back to that tab, but retail investors, quote unquote, right? That's a today word that never really existed. That's us, are going to have access to IPO, meaning we're going to have initial public offering access that has never been available to us before.
Yeah, we can definitely have some discussion
I'll
back
let
and forth on
the
it.
floor is yours.
I think this is really interesting because, so technically, like when a company IPOs, they give shares out to, say, like institutions or different, mostly just financial institutions, or like hedge funds can buy in before they technically go on the market. And they can buy in like the pre-IPO price or the floor IPO price. So they're like, okay, we're going to go to the market at $30 a share. And then as soon as it actually goes on for the retail investors to trade, it goes up to $60 right away. And so basically what Robinhood's doing is they're allowing you to get in on the initial price. And so I'm trying to think of an example recently for something. So something a while ago, a company that went public is this company called AI. That's their actual ticker. But so their IPO price, I think originally was $30. No, wait, $50. And then as soon as they went onto the markets, it went straight to $150. And so basically, yeah, like within that day. Yep.
Opening day.
And so basically what Robinhood's doing is they're like, we're going to get these
300%,
limited amount of shares, and we're going to let you buy in, for an example, at this $50 price point. And then when it hits the markets, whatever happens with those shares, you're responsible for. But you can, buy or sell and things like that.
So Robinhood, yeah, they listed here on Wall Street that IPO stocks pop on the first day average 36%. Mm-hmm. So right off the gate, we're already screwed. Like we can't even compete with these big institutional investors. And right or wrong, it is what it is. But this is going to give us access called IPO access.
Oh yeah, because everyone hates them right now.
Very, very strategic move on their part.
It's such a smart move. It was so smart, bro. They gotta.
I didn't say
they need to be on.
But yeah,
bro. Super strategic.
A little PR maneuver.
They need to get back on the retail investor side, man. It's
with a dash of getting some funds. Plus, we just saw, you and I were talking about this earlier this week about, was it 0.3%?
What was that?
They have a savings. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Coinbase was another IPO that exploded, right? Like, how do we get in on that kind of stuff?
Yeah,
and I think this is going to equal the playing field a little bit.
So I don't know what's in the stipulations, because typically when somebody buys in before it hits the market, they have, I think it's called a vesting period, where they have to hold the stock for X amount of days before they can sell. And so I'm interested. I thought it was like 90 days, or was it longer? Yeah.
Typically it's like a year.
Maybe it's
like typically you have
changes based on the,
is it 90 on that
company wants.
I thought it was a year. That could be.
I don't know either.
I could be wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
But typically it's for employees.
So I don't know if there's gonna be something like that for the shares on Robinhood,
by virtue of it going public.
But anyway, yeah, I think it's a really cool deal. And I know in the future, like, we'll talk about things as they IPO and give you an idea of what we like and don't like, when that time comes. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool what they're doing. I think Robinhood gets a lot of, in my opinion, gets a lot of bad rep. But like I first started trading on Robinhood in like 2014, I think. A long time ago, yeah. Right around when they first,
like 5 years old.
When they first started.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they first debuted.
Yep.
But they're the vanguards of the new trade era, right? I mean, adding on Dogecoin, adding on all these crypto, plus now this IPO access opportunity. And to your point, Jake, the simplicity of Robinhood, that's what attracted people, right? You didn't have all these complex graphs that Dylan enjoys and loves and bathes in. Like, but it's very important that people understand what they're trading and why, which is absolutely why we like to go through the chart analysis and get a little technical, because it could be a little deceiving.
Yeah, they literally changed the investing game. So for context for people,
I agree 100%.
Like 2 years ago, any other platform outside of Robinhood, every time you made a trade, you had to pay anywhere from $4 to $10 just to make a purchase or a sale of that stock. And then when Robinhood kind of came out, they're like, no, like, we don't think that's fair. And so they've basically made all these companies make trading free for people. Like there's no fees. And so they've really changed the game for the average person, and they get a lot of hate, but they've really equaled the playing field. Yeah, they've revolutionized and made the playing field equal for us.
It revolutionized.
And so as much as people want to hate on them, they've helped us out a lot, like a lot. Yeah. Being able to get investments, and they're continuing to innovate, which I think is pretty awesome. Will they be a successful stock themselves? That's another question. But I think what they're doing is pretty awesome. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting when they go IPO. Let's see if they go IPO on their own IPO access platform, right?
They might end up like offering some of their shares onto people early. Like only people who are Robinhood, only people who are active on Robinhood will have the eligibility for the shares, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, it's very interesting.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and the timing is kind of interesting too, right? Because with COVID and everything, it's made people hop onto Reddit, made people hop onto these apps, and one click away. I think part of the issues they face is it's so easy to trade. To your point, Jake, the simplicity actually entices people. It's kind of like gamification, I think was brought up through some government head said it, like it's gamification when they went before Congress to talk about their stuff when they got whacked on the side of the head recently. But that's an interesting one. Robinhood, and speaking of IPOs,
that it is, right?
Oatly went IPO as well. Oat milk, man, yeah.
I like this level. This is a fun level.
Gotta find this.
My favorite level.
Real quick, I thought I had it. So.
This one's pretty cool.
Right. So Oatly, this is kind of the point, right, of IPOs.
Wait, am I not even here?
Actual epitome example of IPOs going public. Oh yeah, we're not here. We lost. We weren't even paying attention, dude. We were so busy invested in other people's interests. We didn't even pay attention to our own game. You're welcome, people. We lost because of you. I'm kidding. But yeah. Yeah, we all did. It was just us, I think. So we'll do one more. We'll do a quick chart analysis. I'll take a bio break, maybe refill my drink in the meantime. But Oatly went IPO. They soared 18% as it states here this week. Market debut on NASDAQ. They traded at 22, right? So they offered, this is exactly what we're talking about, offered at 17 per share. They jumped to 22 by the time anybody could trade. So that's a $5 difference per share. And so the fact that you can have immediate access to the IPO pricing is going to completely revolutionize how people do business and start trading. In fact, it might, volumes will increase. Who knows? Maybe that 22 would go to 25, right? So Oatly's revenue has gone up. I'm not saying invest in them, but I'm just using this as an example to dovetail on what we were talking about before as an example here. But something to pay attention to if anybody's interested in that. Pretty interesting content. If anybody has, GG's brother. If anybody has questions or wants links to any of the content here, please let us know. We have all this stuff readily available as well. So we're not BSing you. These are all stuff. Oh, Rivian IPO.
That's the truck, right? Rivian.
Right. Thanks, Nor. I have to slow down some of the stuff.
Okay, how do I do this level? It's that stupid level that was
1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
like
3.
Where am I? Let's go. Oh, this is way harder. Woo! Woo! Papa Molly, I'm sweating. Ah, dang, I went the wrong way.
1, 2, 3. Ooh. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go. Oh no! Shoot. Nah, I'm not going that fast way. Going the slow way. Let's go. How you doing? Let's go. 37 points.
I'm good. Some audio delay going on here. Why?
Never mind, you weren't even playing. Oh no. But yeah, while we're playing it, does anybody have any other questions? We'll just open up some Q&A if anybody has thoughts about anything we've talked about, or any questions about, you know, stocks that you're holding or sectors in the market, anything like that. We'll just open it up. Anybody in the chat? Oh my gosh, we still made it.
Wow. What's up?
No questions? Okay. You want to talk about Ford?
Okay.
All good, Jake.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm closing out some tabs.
That's fun. Ford. I know, Jake, you're holding on to that if I remember correctly. They're going crazy.
Ford, man. Double check, make sure my audio is good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
It's a pretty big delay right now. Just heads up.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Talk about Ford here in a second.
Oh no! What am I doing?
I died, of course.
Electric thunder. Just has some technical difficulties while Nate fixes his audio, but yeah, Ford's been killing it. So they basically released that they're coming out. Well, we've already known this is happening, but their electric truck, which is pretty interesting. I hear some like pros and cons. You know, their current maybe consumer base might not be so excited about it, but I think that's expanding their market to new people, which is beneficial. But I think, what do we have in the notes here? It's just under 40,000, which isn't too bad. Trucks are pretty expensive as they are, so I don't think you're paying too much more than you would already typically pay. 250 miles range, which is pretty good if we talk about like the market in general with electric vehicles. You know, Teslas go 300 miles, I think, if I remember, and some other cars go around this 200-300 range. So that's pretty good if we're comparing to other things. What does it say? If you extended battery 300 miles, yeah. So that's pretty good for a truck. Thinking about how much power it might take up. I'm assuming if you do like trailers and stuff, it's probably a little use more battery, but yeah, I mean, I think this is I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this play. I don't know, Nate. If you did you get your audio fixed? If you did, I'm curious what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
That's like a couple seconds.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. No, I've been keeping an eye on it. I bought some long calls on this one from a few months back, knowing that they were going to be doing something like this. So, yeah, the Mach E's been hit. That's been hitting the pavement, if you will. But to your point, because you know we got Ford F-150. There's a specific demographic that these trucks hit, and a lot of the fear was that it's not going to have the torque or the design that they wanted. But I think it's been proven that it could work, and this could be the competitor to Cybertruck, right? So coming in at 40 grand, it's fairly cheap for the mileage. Shares have risen, as it says, 42% year to date, while all of these other companies, as I have up on the article here, shares of Lordstown, that's a whole separate story apart from this, has gone down. Fisker, you have Nikola, Tesla's gone up. NIO is kind of having its moment as well, but as we're looking at some of these vehicles, and specifically trucks now entering the market of EVs, it'll be very, very interesting. I have some Ford stocks. I got long calls on Ford as well, just because A, it's cheap, but B, more importantly, I think they're gonna shake up the market a little bit, and it's a long-term American company, right?
Do you know? Are they doing only electric, or are they still doing gas too? I don't remember what they said.
I believe they're doing gas up until a certain point. So there's some federal guidelines between the Biden administration and a few others in different states like California that are imposing that vehicles can't be sold new. I think in California it's 2030. I don't know what the Fed's guidelines are. But very good question, Jake. I don't know if they're investing or if they're going to build off of existing charging networks. I haven't seen anything really come out of that. I assume it would have been noted somewhere along the lines. They might have a small stake, or they might have a synergy with another company around that, like ChargePoint. And if you want to dive into that, feel free to do so, guys. But ChargePoint is readily accessible by anybody who wants to access their infrastructure network.
Yeah, if I was a company, I think I would just harness the companies already building out these charging networks and stations, you know. Like Tesla themselves, they put in a lot of, you know, their company overall is like a green company holistically, you know, with like the batteries for your house, solar. They're kind of building their own network because of everything else they have going on with their business. But I think like Ford and these other companies, like it's way too expensive to build out your own network of chargers. So I think most of them, you know, as things are going, they're just going to be using all these companies that are going on the market that are building the charge stations when you go to the store or the grocery store at your, you know, you can put in your garage, whatever it might be. So I think that's probably the way they'll go. I think that'd be the smartest way personally.
Yeah, Tesla did it perfect. You know, when you buy their car, you can buy the optional charger for your house, like level 2. That only takes 4 to 6 hours to load up the battery. So they did that pretty well. It's part of the package, if you will.
Yeah, do that.
But we can jump into some charts really quick. If you want. Take a quick little break here.
We need a
go
song.
into some charts and
it's chart time.
For 5-10 minutes or so.
No, I need like a little vocal.
I got you. Yeah, I know. We need.
That was my song for everybody. But yeah. So every week, who will actually try? But yeah, every week I go over kind of like how the markets are looking. Are they looking good? Are they looking healthy? Are they looking unhealthy? You know, the overall market specifically. And so the S&P 500, NASDAQ, the Russell 2000, the Dow Jones. So these are all kind of separate, you know, industries or sectors in the market. And so all the lines on the graphs are things that, you know, these are not new lines. I just keep the lines up there from past weeks to kind of start showing you that like charting is important if you really want to get into investing, whether it's these indexes or if it's for your specific stocks that you like. Charting can be helpful, and it can kind of help pave a way of what can potentially happen in the future. So yeah, the markets are in a really interesting place. So we had a really big dip in the NASDAQ, which is in this bottom left chart. And so we saw a pretty big pullback. It came back up, broke out. This is the daily chart as well. So back in March, we came down, and then we went up and hit a new high. Then we came back again. So when you look at charts, this is technically higher lows still. So higher lows is we had a high, we broke down, we hit a higher high, and now this low is higher than this low. technically this is a bullish macro, like big picture chart. If we look at RSIs, this is something I kind of talk about every week. Talks about, it kind of shows how oversold or overbought something is. And so 30 is oversold, above 70 is overbought. And so we did see the RSI come back pretty significantly. Didn't quite get to the oversold territory, but got pretty close, and then kind of bounced here. So when we look at this chart specifically, let's draw some trend lines, because you know that's what I like to do. So I think a couple things moving forward over the next couple weeks is, one thing to pay attention to is, so this little area right here is considered a double bottom. So it came down, you know, the buyers were like, this is as low as we're gonna get it. We think this is a dip buy opportunity. It came up, and then it came back down, and it hit basically the same price. So in something like here, so on the upside, we hit a high, it came down, it came back up, tested that high again, and broke down. This is basically like the reverse chart. So it came down, hit. Guys, I'm telling you, this is a line I drew weeks ago. And so we're seeing, like, drawing lines on these charts helps. And next week, I could talk about it real quick. Next week, we're going to do one-on-one on trading. So trading crypto, trading the stock market, where to trade, how to trade, some very basic fundamental strategies with trading on the technical side, what kind of stocks that you should be looking at, what meets your risk, you know, how do you assess risk, what meets your risk level you're willing to take in the market, and kind of what that means for how you buy stocks. But go back to the charts, we hit this low, came up, hit the low again, double bottomed here, and then broke out from there. So RSI still is in a pretty healthy spot. I could definitely see this coming up a little bit more. I've shared it already, but I don't think we might break out a little bit, but I don't think, I would say the market, in my opinion, doesn't have more than 10% upside at this point, before we do see a more significant correction. So correction is typically like over 5% or more, 5 to 10%. A recession, I think, is more than 20%. So I do think we have a correction coming sometime in the next few months. But let's see what the charts are telling us specifically. So one important thing to know is this is called a gap. So typically when a gap is open, I mentioned this last week, it needs to come back and fill it. So at some point they're going to fill this gap, whether it's next week and we start seeing this go sideways for a little bit, or it comes down and fills this gap and goes back up. One of those two things are going to happen. But kind of upside resistance we see to the upside, I think the first place is probably somewhere around here in this range. So we're pretty close to that resistance. We have this long-term trend line that I drew from somewhere a long time ago. And so we see that it's kind of hitting that trend line right now. It broke below, it came back up, tried to break down again, tested this other support line, and now it's breaking back up. So this line's important. See if we can stay above this line. So if we can stay above this trend line and then also break above these 3 resistance points, the market's probably headed a little bit higher in the next couple of weeks. Like I said before, I don't think the market's going much higher in terms of new highs, but that's my own perspective on the market. And please, if anybody's in the chat, please ask me questions. I know this gets extremely technical, so if you have questions about, you know, how to technically dissect a chart, or if something that I'm doing doesn't make sense to you, please ask me questions. If we go to the S&P 500, I would say this is a little bit healthier, so not quite as drastic of a pullback in the market. I could see the S&P 500 breaking out to new highs over the next couple weeks. If not, I think it's at least going to challenge the all-time highs back here. So this is something to pay attention to over the next month, or even the next couple weeks. I personally don't think we're going much higher than 4,300. I think that's probably going to be about the high that we see, or maybe, you know, somewhere between 23 and 2,400. But same thing here on the market, same as the NASDAQ. So we came down, it tried to come back up, it tested that support once again. This is literally the same exact chart as NASDAQ. This is why it's important to see the charts. So if you were trading like I was last week, I bought the dip back here last week. And I was wondering if I should sell the stocks I bought or not. And since I saw it hit this floor and come back up, I was like, okay, I'm going to hold it a little bit longer and see what happens. And so we see it bounce off. We see it come up very similarly to the NASDAQ. And so we'll see what NASDAQ next week has in store. We do have a lot of resistance right here. You can see this line that I drew from a long time ago. I'll draw it, but a little bit farther out. So we do have a lot of resistance right here in this space. This is, in my opinion, I think the market's going to kind of go like this for a little bit. Might break up, but I still think it's going to come like this for the next couple months. And then we'll see kind of where the market wants to lead with the Fed talking about inflation. If we see inflation go up next month even more, it's definitely going to probably send us a sell signal to the market. The Federal Reserve talked about tapering, so slowing down their asset purchasing, which would also impact the stock market. So I think there's a lot of fear in the markets right now. You see what's happening in crypto, see what's happening in the overall markets. And so I do see this kind of probably going sideways for a little bit, maybe breaking up, coming back up. Uh-oh.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Happened again.
Yeah.
Happened. It's so strange.
I don't know why.
I have it up. Just let me know when you bring it back up.
You're good to go.
Thank you. But yeah, so we see same thing there. And so I've mentioned this for the last couple of weeks. But Dow Jones is a way healthier stock chart. We drew this last week. It bounced off kind of this all-time high. It's testing the all-time high. It decided that it wasn't ready to break lower. And so we filled this gap back up to the upside. And so we'll see next week if we test highs again. This is a sector of the market I think has a lot more upside than the rest of the indexes. And so go online, search what stocks are in the Dow Jones, see which ones haven't run too intensely, and try to find some stocks that seem interesting to you. Because I think out of everything, this is probably something that's going to break higher out of all the indexes. So that's a pretty general breakdown of it. Jake, since you're one of the few people, if there's anybody else in the chat, let me know if there's any stocks you want me to cover. But while you do that, if any stocks you want me to chart. But while we're here, last week my audio cut off, but I did some charting on some different stocks. And so Hertz is something we've talked about quite a bit. And so, even though my lines are very crooked, we kind of told you that this 550 range-ish was going to be a lot of support, somewhere between $5.50 and $6. And so what did we see this week? Literally, I drew this out last week for you guys. So when it was up here, so it came down, it tested this area, and it's breaking out again. So this was the area to buy, as I mentioned last week. Unfortunately, I didn't have audio on, but Hertz is still looking really healthy. And we're still seeing a lot of demand pent up in that market. People are spending like 5, 6, 10 times as much on car rentals right now because there's so few cars that they own. And so with them making so much money, we're going to see that reflected in the next few quarters potentially. And so this is something to keep an eye on. It definitely is still, even though it's run a lot, it's still undervalued in my perspective. As we look at like the really long-term chart, this is where it fell from originally. It fell from $19 and we're only at $6. So if it just gets back to fair value where it was pre-COVID, it should be at $19 a share. I could definitely do Tesla. Do Tesla real quick. Tesla stock, yeah. So I'm personally bearish on Tesla, but it's more because of the valuation. This is something that I would almost say was very crypto-like. Like a lot of people loved it. People love Elon Musk. There's a lot of fanboys. People think that they're going to change the world, which I think they will in the long term. If they keep doing the innovative things they're doing kind of in the EV space and green energy. But let's see what the charts are telling us and not my personal opinion. So here's a really important trend line if we look at the weekly. So see overbought here, it ran like crazy, overbought on RSI, and then we see a breakdown. So based on this chart, you know, we might get a little relief and it comes up a little bit, but this chart's telling me that there's still some potential downside, because RSI is only at 45. It's kind of in the middle. It's not overbought, oversold. It's just kind of in the middle. So in my books, it might come up a little bit. I think it's going to hang out around here. I don't think there's really any news that can send it back to all-time highs in the short term. And so we have this trend line. It's kind of testing it right now. It's deciding what to do. You can kind of draw this line down here. So we could potentially see this come up and test this line this week or the next coming weeks, which is around 680, probably somewhere between 700 and 680. Let's look at resistance. So here's a pretty significant resistance line, which is around 675. So we could at least see this kind of trend up the next couple weeks and test these trend lines. Let's look on the daily where it's looking. So RSI is definitely more oversold here, but it did break below more recent support a little bit. It's come back up since then. But this is definitely something to keep in mind, is that it's kind of hanging out down here. Similar trend lines, we're kind of testing them. We'll kind of see what the market thinks it's worth. Here's another resistance line. You see all this accumulation here. We see some accumulation in there. It bounced off this in the past, and now we're coming up and trying to test it. So this is something, this area is going to have quite a bit of resistance, and then kind of up this way. So I'm personally not optimistic in the short term on Tesla. But that's kind of my perspective on tech names in general over the next couple months. You know, I could definitely see them maybe going sideways, a little bit more upward momentum, but I think sometime maybe end of summer, midsummer, I think we're definitely going to get a drawdown, a correction in the stock market. And I'll quickly do that. This will be the last chart unless someone else in the chat wants me to do a specific stock. Actually, I'm going to do a couple more just because I chatted about them last week. So last week, a couple stocks I said I purchased. XPEV was one of them. Yeah, no problem, Jake. Here to help. So this is something I bought at the low back here, and it's rallied about 20% since then. We're coming up on resistance, so if it breaks it above this resistance, we might see a little bit more upside over the coming weeks. But I don't see the stock going above $36 unless they release some crazy news. There's just way too much resistance. All this little movement here on the stock charts, this accumulation, just means that there's a lot of resistance. So we have this line and we have all these SMAs kind of turning downwards a little bit and above the price. And so there's going to be a lot of resistance over the next few weeks here. But if you bought it on Monday, as I said, I mentioned on Friday, you could have made some money. Another one I mentioned, CPNG. So this is basically like the Amazon of Taiwan, I think, if I remember correctly. And so I bought it at a bottom down here. See a trend line. It is testing that trend line, so we'll see if it jumps up next week or not. But kind of similar to XPEV, I don't know how much more upside this has. You know, 42, you know, somewhere around this range, I would say. I don't see the stock probably going higher than 45 at the highest and 42 at the lowest. So not too much more upside here, but these are stocks that I mentioned last week that I thought were potential buys this week as they've bottomed pretty heavily. PLTR, I'll do this last one because this is a stock a lot of people love. So I wasn't buying in yet. I thought it had a little bit more downside, so I didn't purchase. But we did see a little bit rally here. But similar to all these stocks, they've just been through so much over the last couple months. And there's just so much resistance in these stocks, in these charts. You have all these little SMAs here. You have all these resistance points from past accumulation. Like, there's no way PLTR is getting over $26. There's just way too much resistance in the chart. It's just not going to happen for these guys. If it does, miracles do happen. But I think at highest, test maybe around this 26 or 27 to 29, 30 range at the highest. But kind of like I said, I do think either it's going to retest this low or it's going to come down closer to maybe the 14, 15 range eventually. But that's where I'll keep it. Nate, is there any charts that you wanted me to cover or go over?
No, you hit them all. You hit them all. Cool. You know, I've been looking at Hertz for a little bit. Obviously, that's one that I've been very, very, very interested in. But no, I think we're good for now. And then we'll finish up the night with a quick rundown on something if anybody has any ideas on what they'd like to see.
Yeah, if you guys have any other topics, anything else you're curious about, covered quite a bit in this stream, but I also think a lot of good information. But yeah, I'm down for some Rocket. Let me exit out of this game.
Let's do some Rocket, people. Anybody else want to know?
And the thing we know about Rocket is...
You know, I just realized...
The audio is not going to be delayed.
Hope not. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I might just go full screen on this one. Unless we want to pull something up.
See, I don't think so. I can't think of anything specific.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Besides some random other topics. Yeah, we talked about a lot today so far. You know, we covered a lot in an hour and a half. Crypto, you know, regulation.
I have to mention though. I mean, the other part. Go ahead, cuz you first. Nope. All you.
Nope. Cheers.
All you. Did you fill up, by the way?
I got a little bit left. I got enough.
You're running on fumes. You could go fill up your gas.
How much longer are we gonna be on?
We're all electric.
Yeah, I'll get a little bit.
Yeah, get a little. At least another half hour. You know, we can do an extended night tonight. Oh, he walked away, folks. Anybody else went in on Rocket? I can never find him on here. Look at all these rewards. Ricey, you want in? Got a space for you. Oh, what is that? A little gem. Very nice, very nice. All right. Ooh, look at that. Oh, maybe that's a sign. Alright, we'll wait for you here, Rice. I think we're gonna stay in our lobby here, in the chat for a bit, until we get done, and then maybe tournament will, sure. But we talked a little bit about Ford, hence my truck here, self-promoting, if you will. This is the new electric Ford model right here, folks. I'm kidding. Actually, maybe it is. Do you think it's the Ford F-150? Do you think this was... Well, they got the exhaust blasts and flames out. I don't know if that's accurate. But, feel free to shoot me an invite, cuz. Rice Boy's going to hop on too, so let's get some trees going. A little Rice action. And Rice does also stream. We reciprocate the love, so he bounces people to us, we bounce him back. He does a lot of Apex action games. Very good streamer, entertaining as well. You want to shoot me an invite? Oh, okay, never mind, I got you both here. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, you both in.
Was my mic muted that whole time?
Yeah, I think so.
Comedy.
Got Rice Boy in here, let's go. Rice Boy's
we could talk about it, but there's not too many people in the chat anymore, but eventually, in a couple of weeks, ooh, diamond on the car, that's pretty saucy.
Yeah, I got one. I don't know how I got that one, but I'll take it.
I see you. But eventually we're gonna bring somebody on the chat, somebody into the chat, and kind of ask us questions about stocks and some topics to get some engagement from you guys who listen to us every week. That's something we're gonna do in a few weeks here. And I mentioned it earlier, but we're also going to do a investing 101 stream next week.
That'll be a good one.
We're gonna be all fancy with the PowerPoint and everything for you guys.
It'll be a good one.
Yomp.
Nice, very nice. Oh, that guy messed up. He done messed up. I think they have an AFK. Oh, PP. Okay. It's a whole clan. They got one AFK, but yeah, the other thing though.
We should put it on PC only so we can chat.
Oh, very true, very true. I'll get that going.
This saying?
Let's go. I'll play back. I'll play goalie for this round. Go ahead. Oh, my bad. Anyway, you guys can push up. Oh, swing and a miss. Let's go. Yeah, it's pretty interesting though, with the feds as well. I won't get too deep into it right now, but yoink.
Game time, AFK life.
Biden's asking folks to other countries to start taxing companies and corporations 15%, man. It's a little cray-cray. Oh, shit, I wasn't even ready. Okay, that works. Up and over. Ooh.
Dang it. Busted. Yeah, but that global class taxing is very interesting. Explain a little bit more, Nate, so people understand.
Yeah, so Biden administration and a few others are asking other countries to start looking at a base tax for corporate income and gains, so they can start raising what it means to live, essentially. So what they want to do is allow American companies, or any company for that matter, to start taxing a base rate of 15% at least. And then apart from that, what that might do, the ramifications of that, are people going to start coming back? Are companies going to start coming back, right, to the U.S.? I think that might be plausible by virtue of, and it'll put them at a disadvantage. Yeah.
So when you say global tax, you mean companies from the U.S.?
Companies from the U.S. predominantly, because that's kind of the tax loophole, if you will, that folks are using these days. They'll go to a different country.
So for you going overseas, you have to pay us 15% of your
that specific country. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is the ploy is...
Wait, that country or the U.S.?
That country, I believe. So what they want to do is equalize, the countries that...
Gotcha, like if you're going to use this country for their cheap labor, you need to pay some
right, and start pitching into their local economy. And so by virtue of that, though, I think, there's a bit of a ploy here where folks are going to be, Biden, if you will, in the U.S. are looking at how do we bring companies back to the U.S., right? Because if that's going to be the competition... Oh, yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. Oh, punk.
Want to push?
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, shoot.
Sorry, Race. Go ahead, man. I'll let you take this.
Pass to that guy.
Nice block. Let's go, Race. I got it. I got it. Oh, let's go. Oh, damn.
No! Oh, there we go. Let's go. That's interesting. I wonder what impact that will have on companies coming back to the U.S.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting that revenue here instead.
I'll pull up the article really quick, just so folks have it. But yeah, I think ultimately, it's a ploy, for lack of a better term, that the Biden administration is using right now, just to make sure that the playing field is quote unquote even. But my bad.
So you think that will have positive or negative impact on companies?
So what I think is going to happen are, part of this agreement, if folks are going to be into this ordeal, there's going to be somebody who's going to say 15%, I'll go 10%, right? And I think Yellen is the one that said something, a race to the bottom, I think was the quote she said, in terms of how low are companies or countries willing to go in terms of corporate taxes and so forth.
To bring companies there.
Yeah, to sacrifice their country, essentially, right? And exploit their people and workers and labor and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that one in particular, but...
Center?
That's right. Nice try, nice try.
Oh shoot, you're back there.
Yeah, I played. I'm back.
Back. Rich.
I got it.
Whoop. You guys lost already.
Yeah, they did. That guy's AFK. He's like, yeah, this game's over.
Pushing it across for me.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
So we'll see. I don't have the article. I thought I had the article readily available. I'll look it up here in a bit. But it'll be interesting however they plan to play this out.
Yeah. I wonder if
and who's willing. I know, right? Ooh. That camera angle though. To see how that all plays out. But the other part, so there's a pretty interesting, speaking of ploys and maneuvers, Roblox. I don't know if anybody's paying attention to them.
Talk about this.
It's pretty interesting. I'll pop up in the chat really quick, or that menu. Roblox, good pass, by the way. Thank you. Oh, my bad. Yeah. With all the lawsuits and antitrust claims and all the stuff going on, specifically with Epic and Apple at this point, I don't know if folks are, damn it, if folks know, but Apple's and Epic are in a battle right now, a court battle in particular, where Epic has essentially said that Apple is not allowing them to do in-store purchases. So, you know, and specifically like Fortnite, where you could buy gear and all that other crap. None of the proceeds go to Apple. Apple wants the commission based on the sales. And Fortnite has found a way, Epic in particular, has found a way to bypass that, and it pissed off Apple. So what Apple's saying is, that's not fair. We need to collect our dues accordingly. And Epic said, well, that's not fair, so there's this big lawsuit, right? So in the midst of that, it's essentially saying that anything regulated by the term game, or any verbiage around games or competitive or whatever it may be, you're getting carried, Rice. It's okay, man. We all are. But anything that's related to the term game, right? The biggest gaming companies in the world, Apple is, quote unquote, scaring one, which is in particular Epic. But then Roblox hopped in this, right? They recently went IPO. They have strong implications. If something goes down, that will affect their stock price and so forth. So a very, 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 very interesting twist to this tale is Roblox recently started verbing, if you will, entitling some of their content, specifically in-game content, where they are no longer calling this a game. Beautiful.
Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Beautiful. They are no longer considering Roblox a game, quote unquote. It's now an experience. So you will see them starting to relabel that of their menus. This is a perfect tweet that encapsulates that. Games are now experiences. Continue playing, continue friends playing. They're visiting, right? So they're trying to claim this as experiences, not gameplay. So instead of join game, they took out game, and now it's join. So it's very interesting because they too have content and in-app purchases, kind of that freemium model back in 2000s that came to light, where people play for free, but then they download or purchase content in-game. And what Apple's saying is, we need a piece of that. And everybody else is going,
they want to get paid out.
Everybody else is going, that's baloney, my bad. That's baloney. We're the ones working for this. We're creating the content, therefore we should be the ones getting paid. So instead of Roblox fighting this, they're circumventing this in a very, very, very creative way. And I think this is very smart on their part. They're saying, we're not going to call this a game. We're going to call this a mere experience. And remind folks, Roblox is predominantly a teen game, right? A tween game, if you will. These are 10-year-olds, 12, 15-year-olds playing this game. This is not adults. So I think they might have a case. It'd be very, very interesting to see how they end up playing this out in the courts and specifically long-term play. But
I think it's so smart from them, especially being a public company. Like, that was going to drastically impact their share price if Apple was like, yeah, I'm going to take a a percentage of your profits. You know, like
right.
that would have had a big impact on their, or bigger, I would say a bigger piece of their profits. That was baloney.
Yeah, it was. I was too busy typing.
That's gonna take a piece of their profits. So I mean, that's super smart for their shareholders. Like they're doing a really great job of protecting their shareholders from losing out on some revenue for the company. So
exactly,
smart on them.
Exactly, 100%. They couldn't have played that any better. And they're doing it before
they
they.
Smarter than Epic too, man.
Epically so, if I may say.
But we already learned. We talked about it a couple weeks ago about how much money Epic is losing.
Oh,
and
dude,
we already know they're a stupid company, so they're not ran very well.
They're millions and millions in debt right now, just trying to service. They're trying to build a base, right? Kind of like that's kind of the new model that folks are getting away with because of these unicorn tech companies, right? Where people are dumping dumb money.
As long as I have growth, yeah. As long as I grow 100% a year, everything's all right.
Right. And so you're seeing Airbnb, WeWork, fucking like all of these companies who have yet to make a revenue, somehow not only surviving, but flourishing without a cent.
Yeah.
Like crazy. I don't understand it. I don't know if I ever will. But yeah, it's very interesting. I'm gonna set this up for a pass. I'm gonna blow this guy.
I don't know their financials, Roblox. I never really look at their stock, but
they're doing good.
I don't really know much about it. Do you know more about the company? I don't know too much about it. I know it's
just the game developers. It's been around for quite a while. Oh, that's bullshit. Let's go race.
Right?
Oh, my bad. I totally set that up for them, and they fucked up.
Yeah. It's not very good, so.
Yeah, I mean, my nieces played it. I played it with them, to be honest. So.
Is it fun?
It's
a great concept, or
it's shitty.
Some people rave about it quite a bit.
I mean, it's a kid game, right?
Is it educational or is it?
It can be, depending on the game you play.
Like coding and stuff? Is that what it is?
No. It's Grand Theft Auto for kids, right? Like.
Just wielding guns around and stuff.
There are gun games.
Bananas instead of guns.
Yeah.
Wielding bananas everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. But
But yeah, I think that's a great move on their part. They get a lot of credit for that.
Hella smart. But we do have, some of the stock tickers. I don't know if I included Roblox on this one, but Nokia's up. I know you were talking about last week, and we talk about it a little bit every week. The SPACs. There's a couple SPACs. THBR is up.
Yeah, so my list of pre-net income, we talked about it last week. Go listen to the stream last week. I'm telling you guys, you need to come listen every week. If you're seeing this on YouTube, wherever you're watching this, you need to watch our stream every week because we're giving you gems. A lot of times these gems are like week over week, so some context from last week is going to be helpful for you this week when we're talking as we bring things back up or we see stocks go up and we have more thoughts about them. The market's ever changing, and so we're giving you week-to-week updates on how the markets are looking and our commentary on it. Again, we're not financial whatever
advisors.
This is educational purposes and our commentary on how things look, but we're giving you good gems for you to. Yo, Evil Lurks, appreciate you coming in the stream. I see your message.
And we're playing against you. You just saw your homeboy score on us.
I see your message, and you realize why you won because I'm talking about super deep stock things right now. That's the only reason you got the W, just to let you know. But thank you for coming in the chat.
Yeah, be sure to follow us. We got YouTube. We got a lot of content going up if you're into stocks and really just want to have a good time, man. So thanks for hopping in.
GG, man. But yeah, so the stocks, the more speculative stocks, my list is getting smaller and smaller of things I feel comfortable holding right now. I've sold off of some of my more speculative names, especially some of my SPACs. As much as I love them as companies, I think they have great futures. There's just a lot of negativity for that market right now. But a couple that I still like in terms of really long-term holds. One of them is ChargePoint. I think we talk about it every week at this point.
Yeah, we do.
I think they're up 20% this week too.
Yeah, they're
up maybe 15% or something this week.
That's weird.
You know, they all got beat down quite a bit. But this is a stock I think that is going to have a really bright future. We talk about it every week, especially with the Biden administration loving green energy. They're pouring a lot of money into that sector of the market, and ChargePoint is benefiting from that 100%.
They're up 8% this week. I'll play Bully Race. Go ahead, man. Yeah, ChargePoint's a good one.
But yeah, I think that's a long-term hold, and one of the few growth names that I'm still holding currently. So that's one I like quite a bit. But again, I still believe there's going to be a downturn in tech stocks sometime in the next 3 or 4 months. So I think this stock could go down some more if you want to wait. But like we said earlier in the stream, you can never time the bottom. It's not possible. So if you want to buy a little bit now and then buy a little bit more if it dips later, that's always a great strategy if that's something you want to implement for your account.
And what is that term called?
Dollar averaging down.
Beautiful.
Basically, your average purchase price goes down because you bought more at a lower price. So that's a stock I still love, still long-term hold. Woohoo! Highlight that one, baby. That was saucy.
Okay, can we finger touch? How do we do this? Like this?
ET this?
Yeah,
that's kind of weird, but
yeah, that's a weird one. We got to come up with a better one. That was horrible. That was fucking horrible. Deplorable, as Trump would say.
Deplorable.
That
was pretty good. I never did.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Pretty good.
You get cookie brownie points for that one.
That was my first time doing a Trump voice. Man, I'm pretty impressed with myself.
We're gonna have you.
Deplorable. That one is not as good, but
that was so deplorable.
How did I miss that, bro?
Nice. Yeah, that was kind of a funky one. I got it. We good.
But yeah, ChargePoint's one of the few tech growth names I like right now.
Oh, okay, never mind.
XPEV, I did the charts just a few minutes ago. That clip will be on YouTube later this week. But that's another one I like. It came down from like $78 peak early this year, and it's in the $20 range now. And so this is something that I like for the long term. Again, I think tech stocks are going to pull back more, but you can never find the bottom perfectly. So buy some more now if you think it's a name you like, or if you think the stock's interesting.
Thought I got that guy.
Ah, crap! And he's gonna score there.
Oh my gosh.
Whoop.
Ooh, I like that.
Button.
Oh my gosh. Oh, nice. No.
See if I can make him think he's gonna score.
Nice, good moves. Let's go.
Another one I like. I just mentioned ago is CPNG. So this is basically the Japan or the Amazon of Taiwan. I had that goal
so bad.
They just released their earnings and their revenue grew.
Oh, I was hoping for that pass.
I think I like.
There it is. Oh. Okay.
100% quarter over quarter.
Oh, I got it. I go. Thank you. Oh no, I missed that. I had that lined up perfectly. Yeah, you can't really miss him. Oh, I didn't think that was going in. My bad. I totally goofed. That was me.
Okay, you want to
Yeah, I got you.
My camera's coming, maybe. But yeah, so they're basically like the Amazon of Taiwan. They grew 100% quarter over quarter, which is pretty crazy. They're a significantly big company. They do $4 billion in revenue a quarter. So they're definitely a big company. They're still not making net income, but it's probably because they're investing a lot in their company to grow. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, that would have been nice.
It's a weird angle.
That's another stock I really like. They've pulled back quite a bit from their IPO price. They IPO'd like 6 months ago or something like that. Maybe less than that, actually. I think they hit a high of like 50 or 60 bucks, and now I think they're down in the 30 range, if I remember correctly. So that's another one I like quite a bit. Those are, I would say...
Share your screen really quick when you have a minute.
Huh?
Your screen, if you could pop it up. Share. You need to share your screen.
Oh, because it's going to throw it back on a...
Yeah. Ooh, good pass. Nope. Not today. Not tomorrow. I need a long-term investment for tomorrow.
Does that work?
Yeah. I'll fix it here in a sec.
Oh, gotcha. I'll stay back in goal. But that's another name I like quite a bit. Again, long-term growth. They're a tech name, so they might pull back more. Some more in the next couple months.
My bad.
They're a name I really like.
I was clicking between screens.
Those are some of them I like. Do you like? Is there any tech names that you like right now, or are you staying away from all the speculative stuff?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm staying away from tech right now. It's too volatile. I don't know what NASDAQ's doing. I don't know what anybody's doing. So yeah, I'm staying away from all that.
Safe bet. Yeah, and I would say over the last month, this is kind of the dialogue Nate and I've been having about tech in general. So we've been warning you guys, if you listen constantly, to be careful with growth and tech at the moment. And so yeah, we're gonna keep giving you updates on how we think things. We don't know what the market's gonna do, but we spend a lot of time understanding kind of macro trends and principles, and we kind of take that to give you our insights on the stock market. So yeah, those are just a few that I like.
AT&T is a pretty interesting one.
Which one?
AT&T, the recent move.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that freaking debacle.
Dude, okay. Kramer smashed on him this week.
Yeah, he tore them a new butthole. So AT&T is a stock I've actually mentioned as a good buy due to its 6% dividend, and then they absolutely just freaking destroyed any thesis I had for owning that company. So what I liked most about AT&T was HBO. It's growing a lot. They're digitalizing their business, that side of their business, like a lot of companies. And then they come out this week and be like, oh, actually, we're merging our digital side of the business, our streaming side, with Discovery, and we're going to be making a new company ticker for the two companies.
So it's Warner,
HBO,
Warner Discovery, right?
Warner Discovery, exactly. And we're also cutting the AT&T dividend in half. Bruh. If you think anybody owns AT&T for any other reason than that 6% dividend, that's the only reason people hold that stock, is because it's not very volatile typically, and you get 6% every quarter on your how much you own. And now they just kind of destroyed their business. Like AT&T is, in my opinion, digging themselves in their business in a grave. I don't know how the Discovery and Time Warner side are going to do together, but I think the AT&T side, they're absolutely messing up for their shareholders.
100%. Can't agree more.
You can watch the Jim Cramer clip. He has a similar sentiment.
He tore the CEO up, and
he blasted them bad. Jim Cramer don't do that very often. So that's something that it's something that we like, something that we personally is like on our more own list, and we're no longer fans of that. So that's something that's a big update for that one specifically. Oh, Rice with the baby save. Let me bring up. I know I have.
Which one you thinking? Yeah, AT&T.
Some other ones I talked about. Yeah, AT&T.
They goofed. That's a big one. Space is up. Remember the SPAC SPCE we were talking about a while back? Virgin.
Yeah, that one blew up because of some. I think it got short squeezed personally.
Yeah.
I don't think they did something about some launch they had, but I think it was just a short squeeze.
Yeah.
I think that's why it moved so much. But yeah, it moved like 30 or something percent more this week.
Yeah, 30%, man. Insane.
But yeah, that would not be a own for me personally. They're very, very far away from having any substantial revenue for that business. I don't like right now investing companies that don't have net income. I'm not even touching companies that don't have revenue.
Like positive net revenue?
Yeah, positive net revenue. Like, I'm not touching those. I'm not.
Yeah.
With a large,
especially with the economy right now, like you don't know who's going to come out on top. There was an article, or maybe it was CNBC or Yahoo Finance. They were talking about some of the streaming. It was Yahoo Finance because they did a poll and they said, out of all the streaming companies,
oh yeah, I saw that.
Who would you let go? And 40% said, was it Hulu?
I can see that.
Like,
I can see that. That'd probably be my first one.
Yeah.
I love Netflix and I love HBO.
HBO's got some good content. They always have.
Yeah, they have really good content.
Since like the 90s when they really first getting, that was premium content that you paid for.
And literally, Netflix is basically stealing their TV model and applying it to digital over the last few years. Netflix, so smart. They took the HBO model and digitalized it. So smart.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
Someone followed? Dang, bruh. You a real one. You a real one and you know it.
Hey.
You a good follower and you know it. That's a Drake song remix for everybody.
Not cell phone?
You a good girl and you know it. I think that's the lyric. But
oh, punk ass motherfucker.
But yeah, another big update, because I've talked about it quite a bit on past streams, and I'm getting a little worried, unfortunately. But similar to ChargePoint, CHPT, another charging company that I liked quite a bit is out of Europe. They're basically the ChargePoint of Europe, is an easy way to think about it. They were supposed to transition. They're supposed to reverse merge from their SPAC on the 19th, but news came out that the deal might fall through, and their stock went down 30%, which freaking makes me so
That's
pissed.
THBR, I think.
Oh yeah, I didn't even say it yet.
Thunderbridge, right?
TPGY.
Oh,
TPGY.
My bad.
TPGY.
That's who it is, yeah.
And so we're still uncertain if they're gonna reverse merge with that charging company yet. So, I mean, if you want to go dive in there and try to figure out if they're gonna eventually merge, and this is all just smoke and mirrors, this is a great price to buy in because it moved down 30%. But I'm starting to get nervous, and I'm considering selling out of my position. Because if they don't merge with that, dang, I thought the goal was over more. If they don't merge with that company, then like, dang it, we missed the tournament. Oh, I forgot to say something.
We can get second chance.
Yeah. So TPGY is the ticker if you want to pull that up.
Yeah, it doesn't, for whatever reason, it's not pulling up.
Yo, Waba subscribing from the Rocket League. You the best. You the best. Best I ever had.
Subscribe on here.
He said he was subscribing.
He said in chat. I think he's fucking around. I'll trust
well, you ain't the best one I ever had if you're just messing with us, Waba. If you're actually in this chat, say something.
Oh yeah.
A fourth person did appear. But I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Waba, you fake ass bitch.
Call them out. Let's go. Oh damn! I was trying to keep that up, and that guy hit me.
You wankster ass.
Oh no! Wait, whoa! Jukes for you covering my camera up. I don't.
That guy failed because none of us were paying attention.
Faker, you poser. Oh damn.
After we win this game, I'll say something else. Now I'm really gonna want to win.
Oh damn. Do we have a fourth? Let's go. Oh, let's go, Rice. No.
Rife's trying to go for the winner. I'm gonna push this guy.
Yep. Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna wait back for a sec.
Waba, you little wankster. You ain't subscribed to nothing, boy. You lying, cheating. Oh yeah.
I got it.
Let's go. Yeah, Waba.
Yeah, Waba ain't subscribing. Let's go. Nom nom nom.
Yeah. What a little faker, Waba. You a faker. If you come in the stream, you a faker, bruh. I don't play that. But anyway.
Let's do we think attorney?
Yeah, let's try it. I think we can get
I think we got like quite a while though.
I don't remember how long. Yeah.
It's gonna be
get one more in.
Well, cross-platform. Yeah, that's fine. Wait, join tournament. Oh yeah.
But yeah, those are the main ones that we've been talking about lately.
10 minutes. You want to try to get a quick game in?
Yeah, let's get a game. Another.
Wait, it booted everybody.
A couple stocks.
Please subscribe to this.
I don't know
what's going on.
Subscribe twice? This Rice Boy is the one, bruh.
What's going on?
One. Dab on the haters. Y'all. But a couple other stocks because.
Oh, you're in game. You want to exit game?
I'm not in game, bro.
Shows you in game. Oh, that's weird. You want to invite me? Invite me.
Let me quit. I'm exiting out. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
But so kind of on this wave that we're talking about, like you've seen the rotation out of tech. There might be some opportunity in the really oversold tech to buy in, but be cautious in the short term. So some stocks that we do like that are outside of tech names, mostly dividend plays right now. That's what we mentioned. So one is Bristol Myers, BMY. So they've been pretty sideways for a company for the last few years. They're not very volatile, which is what you want during this time. And they give you a dividend. I think that's a few percents.
Yeah, almost.
This
3%.
is something I like. Yeah, I think there's probably some more upside. Unfortunately, did not catch that dip a few weeks ago, but
yeah, Rice.
I think this is a stock to potentially consider owning in this kind of move away from tech companies. So that's one stock I like a lot.
Restarted. My bad.
Another stock that I like is actually Walmart. So
Walmart, interesting.
Yeah, they're a pretty sturdy stock. They've moved quite a bit. But again,
are you holding any
dividend play
on them?
I'm not. I don't own any currently.
Yeah, they're at 1.55%. They're a little on the lower end.
Yeah. What's interesting, I saw an article this week that they've opened up. I think they have a subsidiary business in China that's doing really well. And so they're expanding, I think, into some new markets, which is really interesting.
We're gonna do a non-competitive, so if we have to hop out, we got about 5 minutes.
Oh, good deal. So yeah, Walmart's an interesting one. I think they're a safe bet in this. Oh no, my game is being clunky. I think they're also a good bet in this kind of. Who knows what's going on with tech and growth, as a little bit more safe bet. So that's another one that I like right now. Not a crazy dividend, but a little something. Another stock that I like, I've mentioned this in the past, and I told you they're going to pull back to somewhere between $18 and $20, and they're getting close to the pullback price, is VALE. So they're an ore mining company. And so commodities in general have been just on a rampage. And so the stock's pulling back because ore prices are coming down a little bit. I don't think personally that ore prices are done going up. I think there's probably still a little bit more upside for those. And Vale's gonna feel the positive earning effects for a while from this boost in ore prices. And so they have a much healthier dividend. I think it's somewhere between 4 and 5%. It's a very nice dividend. Again, somewhere between $18 and $20 is a pullback price in my opinion. Somewhere to buy. If you like it, that's where I would be looking at. Not advice here. I gotta catch myself. This is not advice. But I think that's like an interesting price range for those guys.
Yeah.
Who knows what they'll do? But I like those guys because it's a commodity play and they have a nice dividend. Those are 3 stocks that I'm personally looking at that I think are at an interesting place.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of take the flip side on that. You know, I know we've talked about nice. Maybe not investing so much into the high dividend market just because of what's going on with interest rates and NASDAQ and so forth. But I'm gonna double down on mine. I actually bought quite a few of SDIV.
SDIV.
So
that's monthly, right?
Yeah, that's a monthly. And it's pretty high, not gonna lie. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's like 9-10%, right?
Yeah, it's not that high, but it's I believe it's close to 8.
That's pretty nice for a monthly.
Yeah, so I've been.
Put it in perspective, if you hold $1,000,
bro,
you get $80 a month in dividends. So that's $800 a year.
That's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm
doubling
down on that.
Even if the stock went down 80%, you'd still break. Wait. No, that's wrong.
Yeah, not that kind of math.
If the stock went down 8%, you'd still be breaking even for that year.
Well, just thinking about not only that, but if the stock goes up, I mean, they're at probably one of their all-time highs right now because of the market. So they may or may not break above 1450.
But they were higher pre-COVID.
I don't. Let me double check.
In the past.
Well, yeah. They were up by 20. Yeah.
That was a couple of years ago, maybe.
Yeah. So I mean, they got some growth, but they're going to be capped at 18, maybe $20.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And then, you know, do you hold on? Do you sell, et cetera, et cetera? Oh, that guy just saved.
Nice save, Rice. That was saucy, bruh.
Finish this, and then we'll hop into the other.
But
yeah, for me, I'm definitely looking at, this is my big play. I just sunk. I sold some of my crypto, actually, and put some into here.
Let me see if I can bounce this. Oh, you punk.
That's fine. We got a tourney to go to. Don't want to be late for that. Oh, it starts in 4 minutes. Oh, my.
Oh, wait.
What color do we want? White and white? Yeah, why not? You already checked into another tournament? Oh boy, here we go.
It says 4 minutes on my screen.
I'm not in it. Does it still say it?
I'll invite you. See if I can invite you.
Hang on, let me quit. Let me come back in.
Oh, you know what? I think I have to leave the tournament in order to add you to the party.
Yeah, I think you do. Right. That's why it was messing up, I think, before. But yeah. So that's a good one that I'm definitely paying attention to. You got to go to the tournament screen. And then always my favorites are going to be the REITs. So the real estate investment trusts. So MORT, that's one that I'm definitely paying attention to. Sounds good, Rice. Hang on. Rice, no, he's grabbing a brewski. Hey, join up first, Rice.
Yeah. Invite and join the party real quick. Oh. Should I join yours or you join on mine?
Yeah, go ahead and join mine. That's fine.
Okay. STUPID. We go in a club. We don't need ID. What's this other one? A REIT?
Yeah, it's a REIT. Those are where they have to pay a majority of the revenue. Net revenue goes to dividends. So they actually can't hold much of their profits. They have to redistribute those back to shareholders. So that's why I'm a big fan of REITs. So MORT is one. It's a Van Eck Vectors Mortgage Income ETF. ETFs, mind you, you have to still pay a fee depending on what it is. And then New York Mortgage Trust is also another one. That's almost 9%. And the stock right now is at $4.50. So
is it what kind of real estate?
New York. This one's based in New York.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Joinable 2 minutes. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, cool. 3 minutes till turning. So
is it biz or
commercial or residential?
Commercial or residential?
Yeah, I believe it's commercial, if I'm not mistaken, and I can always double check here. But yeah, REITs are a big one for me because they have to reinvest or distribute their net income back to shareholders. So that's an easy one for me.
What's the dividends on those?
It ranges, but it could be anywhere from typically 5 to 10%. Yeah. I mean, this one here that I just pulled up, IVR.
Is it quarterly?
Yeah, typically. Yeah, most of them are. But those are kind of the ones I'm looking at. High dividend yields is definitely something I'm looking at, pulling out of a lot of my tech that I've had. And then there's some travel ones that I'm hanging on to. So Stay is one, Stay Extended Hotels. So these are kind of the cheaper low end. I bought actually pretty low on the dip. I think I bought it $10 and they're up to about 20. But there's also a 1.8% dividend yield on them.
Oh, Stay.
Yeah, so travel.
That's
a big one. Yeah, those are traveling. I think they're motels.
Motels, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and then American Airlines, I still have some stock in that as well. They've been doing pretty well, obviously.
Oh, here's an interesting stat I learned recently about kind of like travel things, specifically like Airbnbs or that kind of industry.
Yeah.
Right now, Airbnb is seeing a high percentage of their stays for
hyper local.
I think it was like 14 to 30 days. No.
Oh,
and
yeah.
People who are traveling places and working abroadly from their Airbnb.
Yeah, I think I saw. Was it Brian?
And people are like going on vacation with their families.
Right.
While they work at an Airbnb, and they'll stay there for a few weeks. It's really interesting. So.
Yeah, there was Brian Chesky, the CEO. I think had an interview with CNBC, and I think he was mentioning that, and we might see even more of that. That's kind of like the new fad as we're moving forward. I don't know how long that's going to last, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm hedging. I don't have any Airbnb.
Yeah, me either.
And I think, I mean, they're $134. I can't afford that. Like, I could buy one. I can buy more, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to pay $134 for a stock. And they actually dropped. I mean, in the last year, they peaked amid COVID 216, roughly. They're at $1.34.
Pretty nasty pullback.
Yeah, they're at $1.34, and it's just falling.
What's their market cap at compared to their revenue?
Yeah, they're at 81 billion, 82 billion if you round it up.
82 billion, and what do they do in revenue, does it say?
Let's look up financials. Revenue, 886 million. Net income, negative 1.17 billion.
The heck? 81 billion, and they barely do.
Yeah,
like
they're bleeding.
Under 4 billion a year. What they do pre-COVID, Q1 2020. What was that at?
Or Q1 2020.
It's right above the.
Yeah, I'm clicking through.
Oh, they did 3 billion. Okay, that's a big difference.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. We'll go to annual. So yeah, based on those numbers, but even then,
they're not making that income.
Even then, I think Airbnb is going to die down, similar to that of like WeWork. I don't know if they're going to really pick up. WeWork is hemorrhaging cash right now. They reported massive losses.
Yep.
Be very curious to see.
R.I.P.
Yeah, it was a good run, right?
Did you watch the documentary?
I don't think I did.
I think it's on Hulu. Watch it, bro. It's really good.
I don't think I did.
This is all the thing that you need to realize about companies fail and succeed based on their leadership. That's exactly what you see in the documentary.
Well, yeah, I mean, from the fallout, right, from Adam, whatever the fuck his last name is, that was a setup from the beginning, right? He had no idea what the fuck he was doing or how he was going to execute an exit. There was no exit strategy for that guy. And so, so on that note, I'm just going to kind of pivot here really quick. The former CEO of Uber, I got news. I live in California, in the Bay Area, and we got news that the ousted Uber CEO of Uber.
They got rid of him?
Well, no, Travis Kalanick. He was the guy before the current head right now. He's looking at doing ghost kitchens now, startups. So cloud kitchens and like market halls. I totally fucked up. My bad. The market halls.
I saw that from a distance. That was funny.
My eyes weren't on the screen 100%. I was like going back and forth on my other
good. It was
monitor.
funny from the other side of the
yeah, that was horrible. But I'm going to pull this article up really quick because it's interesting.
So they're going to be the managing. They're going to own the facility.
I think they're going to lease it out and then sublease. Oh, my bad, Rice.
I hit both of you guys. That's my bad. Because I'm assuming. Oh, I was like, maybe they're gonna own them and then they're gonna let like the successful.
I think they're gonna sublease, similar to that of like WeWork, right? But a commercial instead of a.
The ghost kitchen things are getting really popular, so.
Yeah. Well, DoorDash is doing something with it. I could tell you, I signed an NDA. I can't really discuss it, but
don't do it. Don't say anything. It's not worth it.
Yeah. No, it's true. That's true. There's going to be a shift in how business is done.
Oh, we got the exclusive on the Stock Talk game. The exclusive.
So between them, Uber Eats, or rather Travis Kalanick, I think we're going to see a massive shift in the food industry, and it all really branched off of what's going on with COVID.
Well, yeah, they gotta adopt their business model, and expand.
Right.
Just like all these companies are these monopolies and future monopolies, which is kind of what Uber is, right, in the industry.
Yeah, exactly.
They have to expand their business into to grow revenue to make shareholders happy. So that makes sense. I'm not mad at that move. Oh, we're getting straight murdered. This is hard. This is rough. But interesting.
Yeah, so cloud kitchens are going to make a bit of a comeback.
Yeah, I had a friend that was using one for his business and made sense,
Yeah.
If your business model is
lower overhead.
Just more to go.
Is that going in?
Well, the thing. Oh my gosh. The interesting thing about the cloud kitchens is they're actually not very. They're kind of expensive.
Yeah.
They're not very cheap. So you do need to still have a successful food business to make it work.
Right. I.e., you need a customer base.
Yep.
You need the right marketing. Like, it takes more than just saying, I'm going to start a food business. I'm going to rent out this.
True.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Okay, let's see if we can make a comeback here or not.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. One down. One down, baby.
All right. Full screen mode.
Full screen mode.
I'm going to focus on game for a minute here. See if we can get a comeback.
Got 2 minutes. That's a lot of time. Ah, you bastard. No!
You good?
That was way too close.
Fucker, dude, they keep hitting me. Price with the butt move.
I hit him a little bit. Good eye. Not today, Satan.
What you gonna do?
Oh no! Ah, so close.
Whoa! I don't know how I missed that. I got it.
Ah, these guys are too good.
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute for. Fuck.
Oh yeah, these guys are just freaking ball chasers.
Yeah. save.
Now that we're paying attention, we're doing a good job saving. Just they're good on defensive side. It's hard to score on these guys.
Yeah.
Gosh darn, that's a goal. Oh, nice save.
I didn't get the save on that? I got the shot on goal. I don't get the save.
Oh no. Oh no. Nice save.
I think I read it too. Good hit.
Oh my gosh, that guy just sitting back there like a little freaking butthole. Oh, come on, one more touch. Let's. Oh my gosh, 20 seconds. Oh. Carry us to the finish line, Nate.
That's what happens when we go full screen.
Full screen. Full scream up. Gotta sit up in my chair now. I don't like that one though.
Ooh, I like that pass. Oh, let's go. Oh, you fucker. I should have played that way differently.
Ah, my gosh, everybody whiffed that. No, I was gonna hit it. Rip. Oh, darn it. I had that save. Time to turtle. Oh! We got 1 second, boys! We got 1 second. Let's get him to talk again. Let's get him to talk at the right time.
Great.
No, they're not letting it happen this time.
Ooh. Ooh.
Gosh darn it. You know, we tried.
Yeah, that's
we
fine.
gave a good effort there.
That's what we get for just streaming and doing what we do.
Close.
So yeah,
cover a lot of stuff this stream, man.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. It was a good one.
Yet again, I would say a pretty successful stream.
Let's see.
I think that big L is a place to end the stream, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, Doge is down to 33.5. Oof.
Crypto pulling back a little bit.
Yeah, that one hurts.
So interesting. Here's a last minute note for everybody. So because crypto's open on the weekends, but other assets aren't, like stocks, institutions aren't typically trading as much, or big people who are holding are not trading as much. And so what that means is less coins are being traded. And so there's typically more volatility on the weekends, typically. So that's just a little tip for everybody. If they're looking at things on the weekends. Typically a little bit more volatility.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on during the weekend because the markets are closed.
Yep.
But I gotta say, on an end note, we called Hertz.
Bro.
You call a pullback?
Bro, I don't want to say that we're magicians. I don't want to say we're fortune tellers. But, I mean, and we're not telling you to buy stocks, it's just our opinions. But if you were to buy every stock that we've mentioned, say you bought $100 in every stock that we mentioned, you would have made at least 50% at this point, if not more.
So Hertz, from when we mentioned it, is up over 100%.
Yeah. Hertz is up 100%. Cardano is up 100%. What else is in? Yeah, it was up 100%. Just last week, the couple stocks I mentioned could have easily made 30%, 20-30% on each of those just in the last 4 days. I'm trying to think of other big. Nokia, we called. That's up like 20-30% since we called it. I mean, the list can go on, boys. The list can go on. There's some that we got wrong. Not wrong, but did not move the direction that we thought initially. But I would say at least 70% of what we've called out have gone up since we mentioned them, and are still up since we mentioned them.
My bad.
And so you don't and we'll talk about this more in next week when we talk about trading 101. But the point of trading is not to win every trade. It's impossible to do that. You can't be perfect. The point of trading is to win more than you lose. And that typically looks somewhere between winning 50 to 65%, 55 to 70% of your trades. And so if you can do that consistently, you will make money in the market long terms.
Right. That's a good point. That is a very good way to end it. We've had a pretty prosperous week.
We appreciate everybody for tuning in. I think we had 9 people at once this week, which is a new record, which is pretty dope. So thank you, whoever came in here. If you're still in here and you've been here for 2.5 hours.
Miss, Reaper. Sketch up, blow me up. Sorry.
Y'all the goats for staying here for 2.5 hours. Or if you came in, you went away and you came back in. Y'all are the goats, and we appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
It means a lot to us. We spend a lot of time throughout the week coming up with topics and keeping you guys informed about what's happening, and kind of our commentary about the market and stocks within the market. So we really appreciate you guys. You know, I think when we first started, we were at like 46 or 47 followers. We're at 63, you know, so that's like 13 people in a month or so. I'm happy with that.
It's good following.
Screen went away.
But
we appreciate you guys coming. Those who come back every week and say hi and interact with us and continue to support us. Like,
thank you. You know who you are.
Yeah,
you know who you are.
You know who you are.
Thank you for helping us out. And you know, we have Rice Boy here gaming with us. He also streams. Got to reciprocate some love here a little bit. Let us know how we can be of assistance. You know, as always, we say it. We play, you win. We really mean that.
We play. We gotta like synchronize it. You know what I mean? So we sound more official.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready? Oh, ready? And a cheer. Ready? On the 3, 2, 1. We game.
Wait, no, we play.
I mean, we play.
You can tell this is episode 0006.
Okay, ready? We play, you win. Okay, that's the slogan.
There you go.
We don't use it very often.
I'll say it, and you say, I'll say we win, and then you can say you play.
Oh, there you go.
Is that cool? All right. So thank you all for joining us tonight. As you know, we play.
You win.
Beautiful. I appreciate that, cuz.
Thanks again, everybody.
Thank you all. Please have a good night. Join us next week. Next Friday we'll be on, and then we'll probably switch to Saturday.
Oh, yeah, next week, I think we're going to be on Saturday. Just to update. I forgot that's kind of important for people to know. We haven't figured out a time yet, but we'll let you know on all our socials. And I'll plug it again. Follow us on... the stream's not over because your boy got more to say. Follow us on Instagram, Stock Talk Game. Follow us on YouTube, Stock Top Game. Follow us on Reddit. We have a little Twitter. We have a channel everywhere. Facebook. Please follow us and support us. We would love that. And yes, next week, Saturday. Also an important note. Next week, tell all your friends. There's only 3 people here right now, but tell all your friends.
Yeah, 4.
We're doing Trading 101. So how to trade crypto, how to trade stocks, where to trade them, you know, how
what to look for. What to look for.
How do you find stocks, you know? How do you pay attention to what's happening? Basic teachings on technical analysis that don't take a lot of understanding and expertise and can really show you a lot about what's going on with the stock. And so we're going to give you guys crazy valuable information all for free. You ain't paying for none of this. And so, yeah, we're super excited to share all our knowledge and wisdom with you guys about the markets next week. And like we said, share with your friends. Hey, ready? I'm going to do it this time. And thanks, everybody. We play.
You win. That was good. Thank you, cuz. Really appreciate it.